This video brought to you by Coffee Brand Coffee. It's the best coffee branded coffee that's coffee that's branded coffee. It's coffee. It's really good coffee. You should check it out. Go to coffeebrandcoffee.com. Use promo code VETS. That's VETS VETS. Get 10% off. Coffee!
I have a knife in my foot, Sergeant.
Oh, yes. Of course. That's it. The knife. What is your name, soldier?
Spitty Riker.
No. Your name is Private Idiot. Do you know why?
Because I have a knife in my foot.
Are we gonna see the Skinemax Saturday one again? Or
I even looked right at it and said, "Oh, making sure we're doing knife hands tonight. It's not fucking Thursday."
Every fucking time. How many times have I told you?
That has been like I've done the knife hands like the last 3 fucking Saturdays in a row now.
I'm just gonna start pushing the button from here on out. I'm just gonna start pushing the button from here on out. Okay. Like
I looked at it, I confirmed. Yes, knife hands. I got the right one. It's Saturday, you damn boomer.
Every fucking time. Every fucking time.
Welcome to Skinemax Saturday, everybody. At least we're getting a lot of love in the chat about that opening, though. So I mean, it's not a terrible thing. I love that opening too. It's fucking fantastic. Oh man, let's go. Army beat Navy. Fuck yeah. Suck it, Tiff. I almost forgot your fucking name.
Fucking Navy. I don't give a shit what it says. Department of.
Not well. Your Marine officers also go through there. Mm-hmm. The Navy Academy is also represented for the Marines. So fuck, that's your team, and my team kicked your team's ass. Suck it.
I do not care.
It was a great game though. I'm not going to go into a long thing on it though, but yeah, fucking it is a fucking complete blowout on Navy. They didn't score a single point until the fourth quarter, and then they fucking came back right at the very end. 8 points behind. They could have got touchdown, scored 2-point conversion, and tied the game to go into overtime. Right at 2 fucking seconds left. 4th and inches from the goal, and they try to run up the middle, and fucking Army stops them. Turnover on downs. Game is over. Go Army. Beat Navy. Suck it.
It was a total blowout.
It was almost a total blowout, and since Army did manage to whoop Air Force's ass earlier, even though Air Force was ranked. Air Force is a great fucking team. They're ranked 19th in the country, and the Army whooped their ass, meaning that Army got the President's Trophy again this year. So fuck go Army. Fucking great game, dude. Great game. How the hell's that? What's that?
I'm glad you're happy.
I'm very happy.
I don't care about the military football games.
I do. It's an experience. It really is the entire thing, and I love that they did college football game day this morning at Gillette where they played the game. The entire thing was all about Army Navy. They had They had Coach Belichick come on. I didn't even know it, but Coach Belichick's dad was a coach for Navy back in the day. So suck it, Belichick. Oh,
Fuck
Patriots.
Belichick.
Fucking Patriots suck this year, man. I mean, you don't have to be fucking haters anymore. They're fucking terrible. They're looking at trying to. They've all got 3 wins on the season. Patriots are terrible.
Speaking on that, I was disgusted with what my Steelers did. I couldn't believe it. As soon as the Patriots scored on them, my friend was like, "You leaving?" I just got marked out. I said, "I already know what's getting ready to happen."
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot that was the big game. What was it? Thursday, right? Patriots versus Steelers. Yeah, the Lombardi Bowl, man.
You think they're gonna get rid of Tomlin at the end of the season?
Tomlin's not going anywhere.
That's the report.
Belichick might though. Belichick might not be with the Patriots next year, and that is fucking crazy to think of.
Well, he needs to go. You know where Kraft messed up is that he allowed him to be general manager in addition to the coach. That's where he messed up.
Yeah, but I mean that's only up until now. I mean that system worked. They got 6 fucking Super Bowls with that system. I think he's doing something right.
Because of Brady.
Well, you can't put it all on Brady. You can't put it all on Brady. Yes, Brady's a big piece.
No.
Hey, I'm not a Brady fan either. But I think
motherfucker had so many receivers carrying him the entire fucking time, and his defense was always the top fucking like 10 defense. And everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, defense doesn't win fucking games." Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The woman wanted to talk football, so now we got to stop.
No, you're not acting very ladylike right now.
I don't give 2 shits about football.
Larry, how you doing, man? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. I'm good. I'm dealing with this dealing.
Yeah, you're dealing with a hurt vagina.
Yeah. Well, I did some things I shouldn't have done, but the devil made me do it. So
yeah, Larry's got a headache.
Always blamed.
His vagina.
Sorry, I'm happy to have you here though, bud. Thanks for suffering through the pain. I know his migraines do fucking suck. Yeah, the devil made him do it. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I've got pretty much tomorrow off except for one show, so doing real good.
Cool. Yep, we did quite a bit today. Devil and Jesse and a few of us others hanging out with the Jed, the Hollywood Scholar, for the final episode of fucking the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, which we're going to talk about. The dumpster fire that it is. Tiff probably didn't see it. Probably doesn't want to see it.
I don't give 2 fucking shits.
She didn't give a fuck about anything. Listen to this girl.
They were good.
I have never seen a single episode.
Of what? Doctor Who in general?
Yeah.
Oh, you poor thing.
I have season 9 because I won it in Vegas when they were doing the raffle stuff. And so I was planning on watching it. I was planning on watching it.
Wait, so season 9 is David Tennant, right? Yeah.
He's season 10, isn't he?
No, he's the 10th Doctor.
Oh, he's the 10th Doctor. Okay, so
yeah.
I thought it went by season. My bad. See?
Yeah, you're all right. You really should check it out. Such a good show. I didn't think I was going to get that into it. I got into it when it was Matt Smith, and I got fucking addicted right away. And I know someone else who's addicted to it and has to drink his fucking sorrows away after watching the dumpster fire it's turned into. How you doing, Jesse?
Yeah, that first one was really, really rough. The last 2 weren't like as offensively bad, so I didn't have to get like hammered, wasted to watch those ones. But yeah, that first one was really, really bad. I'm excited to have 32 Flavors and Nickweiser on. Nick's a really good guy. He said he'll be here about 9:15 or so. He's running a little late, but yeah, he's going to be here and we've got some cool stuff to talk about. But yeah, dude, I've had an incredibly busy day. I went straight from Jed's stream to what was supposed to be 2 apartment showings directly into a third one. And then I had a Christmas party to go to that I didn't get home until after 8 o'clock. And so, yeah, my ass been running all nonstop since I crawled out of bed this morning. So yeah. I'm excited to have some fun and relax tonight and talk about some bullshit and have some good conversations and drink some beers. And yeah, should be a good time.
Hell yeah. Thank you. And for anyone who doesn't know, I think everyone does know, the drinking game rules do apply. Any single super chat do social at $20 or more, and we take shot. And speaking of chats, how about we talk to the chat?
Let's say hi to all of our wonderful folks out there in the chat. And we do have some folks over there on Rumble. Chaya Miller is over there on Rumble. Good to see you there. Death Dealer as well. And then that looks like, other than me and Tiff, that's about everybody that's hanging over there on Rumble. But yeah, if you nothing else, pop over to the Rumble and smash that like button for us. It would help our underinflated egos, please.
And we do have 21 watching. I know that we've been talking about it a lot. At some point, we're probably going to go over 2 different programs so we can highlight Rumble chats. But do feel free to chat away, and I will try my best to acknowledge you.
Yeah, I got the Rumble chat over here. I'm keeping an eye on it. I got it over here on my other screen. So if you guys want to hang out over there, by all means do. Oh, and remember too, if you guys do want to do shots and all of that kind of stuff, Rumble is 100% towards the creator until the end of the year. So Adam will get all of the money instead of that 33% that YouTube likes to take out of super chats and memberships. So consider jumping over on the Rumble side of things.
Hell yeah.
Star Wars Dog, one of our fine channel members. Good to see you, Star Wars
Marine
Dog.
Hoorah. What's up?
There we go. Venom Blade, another one of our fine channel members. Says, evening, my peeps. Good to see you. Tim
Army
Hayes.
Cav, if I'm not mistaken. What's up, Tim?
There you go. Tim Hayes, another one of our fine channel members. Got himself a nice new clean haircut with a pretty little profile picture there. Tracy K, as usual, is driving and working. Got to make up that money I lost out on day due to the tornado that swept through my area. Holy cow, Tracy. I'm here listening, though. Can't follow chat because I need my GPS. But hi. So Tracy says hi to everybody out there in the chat. So thank you, Tracy. Be safe out there. Working hard. All right. Let's see who else we got. And then, of course, Chai is over on the YouTube side as well. Good to see you. Counting the time down until we got here. And then, of course, Ruben, Christopher Haynes.
What's up, Ruben?
You, Ruben, another one of our fine channel members as well. And then green-haired Tiff. Good there. Another one of our fine channel members. Always like to see Tiff. There we go. Let's see who else. I know we've got some more people in here as well. We had come in. JB. Another one of our fine channel members. Good to see you, JB, as well. Don't want to miss anybody. GR. Good to see you, Grr. Good to see you, GR. Let's see who else we got. I think I said hi to Venom Blade. Zombie Box Reviews. There he is. Another one of our fine channel members. Good to see you, Zombie. Zombie. Sorry. Roy the Hated says, hey, slackers. What's up, Roy? Good to see you, buddy. Another
Ro also hopped into the Rumble side just to drop a generic algorithm comment. Thank you for that.
Hell yeah. And Dragon Lake as well. Thank you guys very much for both of you. Dragon Lake and Roy the Hated. Thank you for coming in there. Make sure you hit that like button over there on the Rumble side too as well.
Dragon saying, hope everyone's doing well. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, Dragon.
Happy Saturday, Dragon. All right. And then there he is, Cloud. One of our fine channel members and one of the great members of the Legion of Memers out there, always doing the Lord's work. Good to see you, Cloud. And then, of course, Bad Take Bojans.
What's up, Tina?
Good to see you.
I love seeing how many, including Tina here, so many first sergeants now. Very cool to see. If anybody doesn't know, all those people with rank next to them, they got those promotions because they are channel members. Feel free to sign up and be a channel member. Greatly appreciate it, and it does help keep the lights on around here.
And you will get to see your name in the end credits of every one of the videos, at least that I put up and edit, and at the end of all of our streams as well, too. So think about that as well. If you want to see your name in the lights, it looks so nice.
It does. I appreciate you for doing that. By the way, if anyone didn't notice, I'm back to the big bulky chair again because after the last stream, this one broke.
Now, why did it break though, Adam? Because it's not the chair's fault.
It's not the chair's fault. No, it's the fucking shoddy ass fucking screws they gave me. That little sucker didn't go in all the way. So.
After several hours of rigorous masturbation on Pornhub, I finally broke these arms.
Finally fucking broke, man. Oh, that is
oh man.
Well, those Asian gangbangs take you a while to get through, so I understand it happens.
All right, let's just go ahead and hop right into our first topic here, Jesse, if we could.
Sure. Let's go ahead and let me get this pulled up right here. And we'll go. We've actually got it. We've got a couple of them here because not only do we have showrunner Russell T Davies shitting all over the fans.
Yeah, let me go ahead while you do it. I'll just okay. So again, I don't know how many people out there gives a flying fuck, but I want to talk some spoilers about this 60th anniversary special. So if you need to, go ahead and bail out for now. But yeah, I thought that the three episodes for this 60th anniversary special, as opposed to 1 2-hour special they did for the 50th, which was fan-fucking-tastic. They brought these three like a disjointed fucking clusterfuck, just like the Star Wars sequel trilogy. The only way they even interconnected was because of something that happened in episode 2 caused episode 3, and if you blinked, you'd even miss it. This fucking character, the toy maker. I mean, just it didn't even make any sense, really. There's just like an excuse to bring the toy maker in. You got fucking what the hell's the actor's name?
NPH, Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris, who was fantastic in everything he's done, but this was just bad. He just kept on jumping like to all these different fucking accents, and all of them were terrible. His German accent was awful. Then he like jumped to a fucking French accent, and oh my god! And in the end, does the Doctor regenerate into the new gay black Doctor? No, he splits
at the penis.
He split at the penis. Well, he just damn well did. As they're split and they're talking to it, and they're joined at the hip. So I mean, you might as well.
It looks kind of gay.
And now the gay black Doctor is the real Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
They emphasize this, as in all of these white male doctors before him were all frauds. Yeah, look at that! Look at that! Oh, it's so
and
good.
He's not wearing pants.
And he's not wearing
because
pants.
they split when they separated, they split the clothes. So
only one of them
shirt and part of the tie.
Yeah, so only one of them could have pants. He never put pants on. All the way until the end scene, he was fucking pantless. They did this emotional thing, like here's the new Doctor is taking over, and he's not wearing fucking pants. You couldn't take any of this serious.
Well, when they told him about the scene, they said, okay, one of you is going to be pantless, and only one of them was comfortable touching pelvises together pantless. It wasn't David.
Oh, me.
Why?
That color of shocker there that Nagati got one, jumped right on the chance to do that one.
Gay!
Okay.
Dude, okay, and the preview for the first episode with him as the new Doctor, the very first scene we see him in is shirtless and wearing
He's got a wife beater on.
He's okay, a white beater. It's like black. I assumed he was shirtless, but he's sweating in a dance club. And someone said it looks like he's wearing a kilt. I swear, It looks like he's wearing a fucking skirt. It's a skirt. He's spinning around, and the skirt is flaring out.
Yes.
It was so gay.
Have you never seen a kilt before?
It was literally, it was hard to tell because it was in a club, so it was kind of dark. All you saw was him twirling on the dance floor and whatever he was wearing flowing up around him. And it looked like a fucking ballerina scene is what it looked like.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was literally Village People level gay. Like screamed gay.
Screaming gay. Yeah, dude, I don't know if that was supposed to be a gay club, but I mean, it sure as hell looked like it was a gay club. He's just a fucking gay boy being as flamboyant as possible. First fucking image. I mean, yeah, this is full blown pushing the agenda. It only matters that he's gay and black, and that's it. This is Disney Doctor Who now. This is what it is.
The worst part about this episode too is it wasn't even that it was like severely offensive like some of the other, like the first one was. It was just incredibly boring. Like it was all reused storylines. It was all reused scenes. It was stuff we had seen before. It was taking pot shots at all the years of Moffat and all of his companions. Like it was literally just boring as shit. And that's the worst part. Like Neil Patrick Harris did the best he could with what he was given. I think the accents being shitty was actually intentional, but that's just my personal opinion because he kind of played with them a lot and would like switch back and forth all the time. So I think that was kind of intentional, but like it was just a really boring episode. Like almost every scene we saw in that movie, we could point to another episode of Doctor Who that had almost a shot for shot scene, and they did it better than the other episodes. Like they even had a scene, like there's an episode where the Master picks up his ring. Right. And that's how you figure out that the Master is going to come back because he picks up his old ring. They literally had the Master pick up a gold tooth that he was supposed to be contained in this one. Like literally, it's nothing more than repeats of shit that they'd already done before. It was so stupid. And
someone on Twitter commented saying that it's space docking.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome, Jesse.
Yeah,
Right, you took a
called
drink.
it. Space docking.
Space docking.
Nice.
Yeah. Isn't that called docking? Yep. Space docking. Yeah, like
oh yeah.
Tip.
And then they fucking they split the TARDIS also. So now it's two TARDISes, and guess what? The new TARDIS is wheelchair accessible. It had a fucking ramp that popped out. So Ironsides, the fucking disabled representation lady, can go in there, even though she's not fully disabled. She's fucking standing up multiple times in this episode when she didn't even need to stand up.
And that was the best. Like even Kate Lethbridge Stewart, she calls it out when she's in like angry mode. Yeah. Like she calls it out. It's like, we've seen you stand. You know.
Oh. By the way, yeah. The entire thing in this episode, by the way, is that the toy maker was like, it basically like did subliminal messaging on everyone and made it so that everyone thought they were right. Now, here's the thing. We didn't talk about this on Jed's show, but I thought about this later on. That even saying that, why does everyone think they're right? That is a double entendre. They're saying right wing. Everyone who was under this spell all of a sudden turned into a right wing extremist. Yeah, essentially conservative. They turned into total assholes. Everything that these leftists think the right wing actually are and talk like is the big problem that what the toy maker turned everyone into. Yeah, it is just like Jed kept on saying, just completely on the nose fucking leftist agenda to just make everyone who's not a leftist look awful.
Yeah, it was pretty silly. It was pretty.
Nobody's gonna watch this shit, and I find it hilarious.
No. This thing had all three of these episodes had worse ratings than Jodie Whittaker's premiere.
Yep.
And this is David Tennant coming back, right?
And RTD,
a lot of people would,
even though,
right, which has gone sideways. But like, this is the guy that a lot of people consider the most popular Doctor, and his premiere coming back did worse than Jodie Whittaker's first episode. That is horrendous, because that shows you that the fan base is damaged and that there is a certain section of them that will never come back no matter what.
I feel like that some of them would have if RTD had said shit like basically 2 days before the premiere of the first episode is when he was saying the Timeless Children was canon and all of that crap. Like he came out swinging like 2 or 3 days or the week before or whatever it was that first episode aired, and people, not that I know much, I just watch the stuff from y'all's stuff. Like the shit that he was saying, it was just all bullshit. So the fans were like, okay, fine, I'm not watching. You're not going to bait me into watching this bullshit.
Yep. Hello, Purdy Doo over on Rumble, and hello to Animation Overload. What is up, everyone? And Mrs. Common Nerd's in here. Who else is it? Yeah, and Brutal. Who the devil is watching this nonsensical garbage? Nobody. No fucking buddy. No one who's a real Doctor Who fan.
Nope.
I guarantee there'll be rumblings in the fucking LGBT community saying that, oh, look, this show is so great. It has such great representation and all that. And then I'll bet they'll try like one episode, and then they'll enjoy that part of it and then never watch anything else because they're not Doctor Who fans.
Nope, and they never will be. They are pandering to an audience that does not exist.
You know what the funny thing is? They said that he was doing interviews, like literally begging people to watch it. Why are you trying to beg people to watch it when you demonize them in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, clearly you want the chunk, the demographic that actually likes this show to not watch it. You're trying to get rid of us. Well, congratulations.
Zombie Box Reviews brings up a good point. It says Toymaker switched his accent around so the Doctor couldn't trick him again by mimicking his voice.
So I'm assuming that's
the classic story.
From the classic story.
The Lost episode that they're redoing. They're making an animated version of the Lost episode.
It would have been nice to fucking explain that. I didn't know about that.
No, I didn't either. I assumed they were so bad that it was intentional because Neil Patrick Harris is a better actor than that. You know what I mean? That's why I assumed it was intentional because they were
told
so
him to just
bad.
do it over the top type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was really over the top. Yeah.
That was very, very bad. But yeah, zombie box reviews. Yeah, no, the 60th anniversary was dog shit. Absolutely. Absolutely it was. No doubt about it. But yeah, so this is kind of some of the stuff that's going on that everybody's like, because we've got the Christmas special coming up, obviously, on December 25th. But this is one of the things that talk about. Showrunner Russell T Davies promises Ncuti Gat was run as the Doctor will unroll a whole new Doctor Who mythology. Amidst new fantasy focus will annoy people. Let's see here. In an interview with, yeah, exactly. In an interview with Doctor Who magazine, Davies said there will be controversial events in the giggle. If you listen and watch the commentary on iPlayer, I unroll a whole new Doctor Who mythology for you based around the events taking place. And I'm explaining this to David Tennant, and his mind is exploding. The commentary will have absolutely exclusive information that will rock the world. I hope you'll find that fascinating. It's a whole new way of looking at the history of Doctor Who, and I can't wait to see the reaction. Now, I haven't heard the audio stuff yet. We didn't listen to any of that because we were just watching the episode today. But he says it's taking a step towards fantasy, which will annoy people who know it's a hard science fiction show. So he's going to redo the entire show. He's going to make it something different. But this is one of the things that was interesting too, because here's where that fan backlash shit. And this is another thing that's just killing the fan base. Like I said, they're going after and attacking the fans. Doctor Who casting director Andy Pryor plays victim and lashes out at critics while addressing the woke casting. Doctor Who casting director Andy Pryor addressed the British TV show's woke casting that includes race swapping of Sir Isaac Newton, as well as the inclusion of a man wearing a dress calling himself a woman. Shout out to John F. Trent. I don't even have to read the title. I knew exactly who wrote this just by that first line. In an interview with Digital Spy, Pryor was asked by the outlet's David Opie. There's been a backlash from so-called fans. Oh, I like how they put that in quotes. Of Doctor Who in regards to these particular castings, as they are too woke, for want of a better word. You're engaged a bit of this discussion online, but I wondered if you had anything else to add in this response to such castings. He had previously said in a post out here on Twitter, he says, "Happy Sunday, just stop by to say that BBC Doctor Who or any of our work, we don't work hard to cast inclusivity for publicity. We do it because we like stories, and stories should speak to all of us, included all of us. And if one person feels a little less alone, then yay." So in response to the question, Opie immediately played victim, stating, "It's sad that we're in a time where people villainize minorities." Oh, yes, the poor minority. This sort of chatter I'm very good at turning out. Not only to play the victim, he particularly lashed out, accusing his critics of bigotry. He added, "I'm also very happy to block people on Twitter. I don't really have time for bigotry at all." Pryor then made it clear on the original post on X was a lie, especially about casting not being done for publicity, given he told Digital Spy, it then becomes even more important to give people a voice and for people to be represented, especially for young people growing up who might be trans or from any minority. So yes, they did indeed cast it because of that. If they can see themselves on screen, yes, representation. Then that can be a huge lifeline for some people. They can make them feel part of the world, which they indeed are. Sounds like casting is indeed done for publicity as well as to propaganda the evil transgender ideology to the globe. So yeah, it's all intentional. It was all absolutely intentional.
Yep. Yeah. And the show was already bad with the female doctor. I got 1.5 episodes into that, and it was so atrocious. And now leave it up to Disney to manage to make it even worse.
Yep.
Even worse.
That's what a lot of people have to understand now too. This is Disney money, and Disney had their hooks in this before Russell T Davies even came back. So like this was going to be a woke pile of hot garbage from the second Disney got control of it. And now and initially I thought maybe they were just going to be distributing it and that they weren't going to be so involved. And then it came out a little while ago that it turns out that, they dumped a whole bunch of money into this and they would talk to Russell T Davies about all of this beforehand. And so, yeah, it never had a chance. It never had a fucking chance, man.
Chaya, Orthodox Jews, you don't deserve that representation. No, it doesn't work.
You're white passing. That doesn't count. You're not a real minority. You don't count. The Jews are a real minority.
Straight women are basically straight men now. Straight white women don't matter. They're no longer a minority. They're not oppressed because they're straight. It doesn't matter that they're women. Just like it doesn't matter for straight black men. They're basically straight white men as well.
Well, the straight white women are not being oppressed. Therefore, they must demand that everyone else is being oppressed.
Well, no, you're missing my point. The oppression Olympics will inevitably be there can be only one winner, which will inevitably be gay black women. Asians, Latinas, like there's going to be everything wrong with everyone except gay black women. That's
put a black man in it, make it gay. That's great. Yeah, I get you. Cliff Anderson is not here. Thank you, Cliff. Yeah, this entire show was such just an awful atrocity. And I don't even care anymore. It's to that point where it's so bad. And with the all that bullshit with the female doctor, I appreciate the Hollywood Scholar Jed doing the watch along that we did. That way, at least I could watch it. I enjoyed watching it with all these guys. But it did at least confirm for me that Doctor Who is completely 100% dead, gone. Bury it, throw it out in the trash, set it on fire. It's dead.
Yeah, and it's like I said earlier on the stream, and I put this out as a tweet as soon as we saw the first episode of this. Is I said, Russell or Chris Chibnall might have killed Doctor Who, but Russell T Davies is currently writing the eulogy. Like he's guaranteeing its death, and there is going to be no resurrection after this. It's going to take this thing getting canceled and going off for probably a decade or a decade and a half before there's ever any chance of a revival for this show.
He's humping the corpse. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's fucking that corpse right in the ass. Okay. That's what he's doing.
Right. No lube. Yeah. So, okay. Perdido says, I gave up on Who after gender swap. I saw the writing on the wall. Yeah. Here's the thing is like, we've talked about this, that it's not okay with Doctor Who, with the doctor. It is absolute bullshit to make him a female. I wouldn't care. Make him black, make him Asian, whatever. But the doctor's a fucking man. Now, normally, like, I really wouldn't care that much. But with modern day liberalism, with the woke agenda, whenever you see these kind of swaps, the writing is on the wall, like Perdido says. It's going to have a woke agenda. Whenever they put this kind of shit in there, the show's going to be woke. And it's going to have an awful, god-awful fucking agenda. They're going to be more focused on the agenda, and let's focus on producing a good quality project that we can enjoy. And that's what pisses us off. But they always try to twist that narrative. It's not because it's a terrible fucking show. It's because it's a woman. It's not that the first episode, this was god awful, terrible writing and all this shit. It's because they put a trans character in there that couldn't act. No, it's just, yeah, it's terrible. I mean, that's a perfect example right there. They found the perfect character or the perfect actor that they wanted to play that fucking character, Rose or Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
That they interjected a 20-year-old fucking man to play a 15-year-old trans girl. Yeah. And the person could not even fucking act. It was just the representation that they checked the boxes. That this person is a trans man, that multiracial, and that's it. They didn't even matter that the person could fucking act. Yep. And that's what's terrible about this. That's what's terrible about these people producing this crap.
Absolutely. And Zombie Box Reviews puts up, he says, I wasn't keen on having a woman as a doctor, but I gave her a chance because it was only fair. And so I'm the same way. I probably watched maybe the first 3 or 4 episodes. For one, there was never a moment, like there's always a moment in the episodes where you feel like the doctor is the doctor, right? You see that moment of when they're first come on the scene, when you first see that in the first episode, like Matt Smith had a great moment where he walks through all the different faces of the other doctors prior to him and goes, I'm the doctor, and you automatically feel it. It was the same thing with Tennant and Eccleston and Peter Capaldi. You had those moments every single time when they showed up as the doctor. I never saw that with Jodie Whittaker. There was never a single moment where I went, okay, she's acting like the Doctor. It was always Jodie Whittaker acting like Jodie Whittaker. And the stories were abysmal. They were boring. She came out and flat out admitted that she tried watching the older Who episodes and then just stopped and gave up on it because she didn't like it. And that was very apparent, not only by her acting, but by the horrible storytelling that Chris Chibnall did. And Chris Chibnall even flat out said that his intent when he came into Doctor Who was to destroy the mythos and rewrite the entire series. They rewrote 70 years of Doctor Who lore in one episode just to turn the Doctor into a little black female baby girl.
Yep.
I mean, technically they didn't if you don't acknowledge it. Like, I don't acknowledge the sequel trilogy for Star Wars. Right. I don't acknowledge Mad Max 4 in this new bullshit.
Well, the problem with this, though, is that they're reminding us that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't have to watch.
They reminded us of that. Yeah.
You can just go back and watch the original.
No, exactly. You're right. I never even saw that episode. So, I mean, I know about it. I know about it because I've heard, Gary describe it and everything else. It is amazing that episode pissed off so many people. And they're cramming it down your throat. They brought it back up in episode 2 of this special, and I do believe that the dialogue that this new Doctor, what's the fucking dude's name? Gay black dude. Shooty. I think that they were insinuating that he is now the correct Doctor because you're going back to the original black female child Doctor. So now that he's a black gay man, he is the real Doctor. Everything in between has been a mistake.
So I see it as reparations, like metaphor for that. Like the little girl was tortured over and over and over again. She had the original powers. They were taken away from her, blah, 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 blah. So now they're fixing it by him being the Doctor and he gets the powers back or whatever it was in the episode. This is just like outsider looking in. That's what I see this as a stupid fucking metaphor for like reparations. We're giving the Black Doctor back their stuff because modern fucking day.
Yep.
But even then, it's not even, you can't even say it's that either because there's still 2 fucking Doctors now.
Yeah, but he's not
David Tennant. David Tennant's still a Time Lord. He's still got 2 hearts. He can still regenerate. Like the whole damn episode was stupid and made 0 sense whatsoever.
He's an old, tired white man now. He's just gonna go. He's gonna go curate a museum, and he's gonna just grow old and die, and then regenerate into another old white man.
Cameo. Like I feel like they're just keeping it to where they can call back David Tennant for nostalgia bait.
No, yeah, I'm sure they will. 100%. Yeah,
100%. That's exactly why they did it because that's going to keep that little hope alive for any fans out there who are
stragglers that don't quite want to leave. Yeah.
Yep. They're just going to be like, oh, you just think, now we know David Tennant's alive. We know he's on Earth. So if Shooty ever needs his help, he's just going to call him up. And he's also got his own TARDIS. And we still know that he's still traveling because they even admitted in the episode that he'd taken Jason to Mars and that they'd gone to New York with one of the other companions and gone to old school New York. So he's still out there traveling. He's still using his TARDIS. So yeah, I mean, I highly expect them to use him and have him show up again later at some point. I guarantee
that's the break glass for emergency right there.
Absolutely.
What happens if you identify as a gay black trans woman? They jizz all over you.
So that was for the Oppression Olympics comment, I believe. Came in.
Yep, that's that wins right there.
Yeah, I could be wrong. It's another level of bullshit fuckery.
Yeah. Why is that all we ever see? All they ever want is to push the male to female trans. Why do we never see a female to male outside of fucking Elliot Page? That's the only fucking
women aren't going to be able to do shit that men do, so it doesn't fucking matter. So a woman that wants to be a man, good fucking luck. You are instantly going to regret it because you didn't realize that men's lives are harder than fucking females. They have more responsibilities. They get treated like shit. That's why. That's why, Adam. That's why.
Thank you for that explanation, Gail.
Changing to men is no one fucking cares because you're never gonna be a man.
Yeah,
nope. And it's like that's why you don't see female transitioners competing in men's sports. Why? Yeah. Because they're still gonna get the fuck knocked out of them. That's why.
Yep. And it essentially goes against the narrative of the Leah Thomases of the world.
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's you're exactly right there. I mean, it makes perfect fucking sense. If they were to highlight any of these people, then especially athletes, then it will show and prove our point that women cannot compete against men. A woman who transitioned into a man is never going to beat a man in any sport. It's not true. And we're canceled.
Sorry, guys.
It was a good run, everybody. Thank you all. Thank you all. It was a good run.
Hey, come follow us on Rumble.
Come follow us on Rumble.
You never know.
Hello to all 27 people over here on I was gonna say Twitter, YouTube, and 29 over on Rumble. We are also always streaming on the Vets Talking Twitter page and on no, we're not on Facebook. It looks like, but that's all right.
No, we're on. That's because we only got 3 places we can stream to. So we're on Rumble, Twitter, and YouTube.
What are you talking about? I pay for the higher package. We can stream up to 6.
Do you?
Yeah,
I know that.
I pay for the good shit over here, motherfucker.
I can turn the Facebook one on.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I mean, like every once in a while, we have like one person who watches over there, so not too worried about it. Let's see. I see some gifted memberships.
We're live on Facebook now. Hi, Facebook.
All right. Hi, Facebook. If my whole speech that I just gave was over there, we'd definitely be off of Facebook. So that might have actually been good timing.
My wife's the only one that because she's a co-admin on like all of my Facebook pages, which includes like all my cannabis stuff and as well as like all my common nerd one. And she like got some messages. She's like, you got some messages on Facebook you might want to look at. I was like, well, what did they say? She's like, you got copyright claim. I'm like, oh, fuck them. I don't care. That's Facebook. I know they're gonna copyright claim me. They can kiss my ass. I don't give a shit.
I didn't know that Facebook has a problem with copyright claim shit.
Oh yeah, dude, they're just as bad as YouTube. They're just as bad as YouTube. So that's why I like Rumble. I can watch, and that's why even if Jed doesn't want to do the Christmas special, I will probably find a way to get a hold of the Christmas special, and we will live stream it on Rumble, probably like the day after or something like that. If you want to do it, because I'll do it live because Rumble doesn't give a shit. So
nice. All right, get things started off right as Clinton House her 5 gifted memberships. Welcome everyone to the Tropic Thunder membership. That's $25. Much appreciated there, Clinton. So let's kick things off.
It has begun.
Cheers to you, Clinton House. Thank you, sir. Look who it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest has arrived, and now he's going to have to get caught up and catch a shot. If you have not seen this gentleman before, I promise you need to come hang out on Comic Shop Talk with us every single Friday night or on Tuesdays where he does Toxic Tuesdays and discusses some incredible movies, boys and girls, a comic aficionado that is also a very good friend of mine that I am probably more than willing to call brother. 32 Flavors of Nickweiser.
What's up, Nick? Welcome back, dude. You are muted like a motherfucker. There we go.
Wow. No, thank you. That was insane. That was sorry for the lateness, by the way. That's all 100% my fault.
No, you've already been fired. It's all right.
Yeah. Well,
bye, Nick.
I'll own that too. But yeah, thanks for that comment. Yeah, I would like to say we call each other selves brothers. I agree on that. But how's it going, Adam?
Going good, man. Good to see you again. I think, last time we had you on, I think I had 100 subs. That was like a year ago.
Yeah, you really shot up. I'm happy for you. And that was I think that was like a very limited thing. I was here for like an hour, but this time I can actually be around for quite a few good hours tonight. So we're gonna actually make it a show tonight. So
hell yeah,
have fun with the night. And nice to meet you, Laurence Knight. I haven't crossed paths with you before, but hello.
Thank you. Hello.
Of course, I know Devil made me do it. Have fun with him. And I think I have not been on a show with green-haired anti-liberal, but a pleasure to finally cross paths.
Yeah, you too. We've met.
And hello, chat. Oh, we have. But now here we are over here. No, let's have some fun. Hello, chat.
Yeah.
Happy Saturday.
You are one shot behind. Did Jesse tell you about our drinking game rules?
Oh no, he's had.
Yep.
So for
I pit my liver out.
Yep, every $20 super chat or more, we do a shot, and we just got 5 gifted memberships from sorry, I'm having Clinton House. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Clinton House. So yeah, so that since we got 5 gifted memberships, that's $25. So yeah, we did a shot.
Horny Alf says, "Hail, Nick."
I know you drink, Nick, but I've never seen you really do shots. Do you do shots? I know you drink.
It's because I've never been like a shot guy. It's never been my thing. It's kind of like because I'm so like ingrained in whiskey that when I go to like drink, like let's just say vodka or rum, I become like a super lightweight. It's because I had such a set system with like whiskey with a splash of Coke. It became like almost like water to me. So now even if I have only like 2 beers, I can feel it. But for some reason, there's something magic about whiskey where I can just pillage through it and a lot of it, and everything is fine. I know that probably doesn't seem to line up, but that's really it. I'm a lightweight, ironically, with all other things, but that is just that. Yeah, Horny Alf really summed it up. It's not that I don't do shot. I just keep going. I'm like, it's a more of a consistent thing. I'm the mauler. I'm the long man. I'm playing the long game because, especially if I'm hosting a show and I'm trying to host. If I burn myself on, I've watched, and this is not a diss towards Yellow Flash. I love Yellow Flash. Flashcast is great, but I've seen him and some of the guys get so loose. I'm like, oh boy,
yeah. I've never done.
Dude,
that.
there was.
I've been blackout drunk on my own show now 3 times because of the drinking game.
I'm sure.
That's one of the reasons I'm here now on a regular basis, so that way somebody can shut the stream down in case Adam gets blacked out.
And that's not always a fail-safe. No,
that doesn't work either, especially if I'm the only one hosting. It doesn't work. And then I have a bunch of assholes telling me to push the wrong button in the background.
Okay,
blackout.
I was not doing that. I didn't give any advice.
No, I know it wasn't you, but there was other people telling me to hit the wrong. They were like, "Hit leave studio." At that point, I was just on autopilot mode. I even unlisted the stream, though, when we were done. Like, before I went to bed, I even unlisted the stream.
Hey, look, it's Rager Rob.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? How are you?
Chai, I love it. I'm not picking on you. Everyone makes a typo. Hey, Rager.
What's going on?
Rage mode.
Sorry, I'm late. I was trying to get through some episodes of what's that Squid Game that y'all.
Oh yeah, you checking it out?
Oh,
yeah. I still need to watch that. I heard
the original.
The original.
Oh, the original. Okay. I was all. Did you buckle the peer pressure from Adam?
Nick.
Right.
I gave it a shot.
So, Nick, did you watch the original actual show, or are you saying you have to watch the game show?
I have not watched Squid Game. I
Any of it?
want to, and I need to.
So here's what happened: is that the Squid Game reality game show, it's actually a real thing, just came out.
Adam.
And the Squid Game show, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the Squid Game show is like the most popular thing that Netflix ever put out. So I just assumed I wanted to talk about the game show, and I just assumed that at least half the panel must have watched Squid Game. Not a single fucking person here watched it. I'm sitting here basically talking to myself, saying, "Oh, it's so much." The game show is just like the real show, and I just dialed down into sadness. Like, this is terrible.
I kept interrupting
that's
with,
not
"You
true,
should
Adam.
watch Alice in Borderland."
I actually did voice several times that I was watching it, but Gal somehow disconnected my audio, so you didn't hear a damn word I said last week.
I did not. Just none of us could hear you.
And nobody.
And I was very adamant. Watch Alice in Borderland instead. It's better.
I still gotta check that out. Oh, Chai, I'm so glad we can entertain you here.
Always.
Hey,
really quick,
that's our job.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to mention that Elon Musk's poll for Alex Jones ends in like an hour. So if anybody in chat didn't know,
I saw the other one. I saw the other one that somebody else put up, but I didn't know Elon did one.
Yeah,
Elon did
there's
one.
been a few polls, but I was surprised that there was 30% that were opposed to it. And I was just like,
I'm not surprised with bots.
Just because you don't like the guy.
It's all the crazy leftists who want to silence the opposition. That's all it is.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing: even if you don't like him, you can always just. I mean, I don't really do this unless I'm in a situation, I guess, where I guess you could say like my life feels threatened. You can always just mute or block the guy.
Yep.
No, it does, but for them it doesn't matter because words are violence. We must be silenced. We should not allow to put our toxic words out there.
Yeah,
these people are modern day book burning Nazis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
with
much
them,
is
it's
obvious.
it's not about them not wanting to hear or see it. It's about them not wanting him to have a voice.
Yeah, they want other people to hear him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because deep down internally, they know he's fucking right.
Yep. There you go.
Well,
Link the
yeah, I mean,
in the chat.
Most
the real people who are running and brainwashing these fucking people, they do know that Alex Jones is right, but the brainwashed people are so fucking beyond.
Oh no,
they're gone. They have no idea what reality is.
I don't agree with that. They're willfully ignorant.
No. It's the psyop. They are okay. The definition of gaslighting is lie constantly, lie confidently, and seclude your audience from the truth. These people don't even know what the truth is. They only listen to MSNBC, CNN, Vox, all the internet. There's a reason why YouTube always wants to censor us, because they don't want the actual truth to be out there. These people are secluded from the truth. They don't know what reality is.
They actively avoid the truth.
Because they're told that people like us are evil. What we're saying is pure evil.
But what I'm saying is deep down, very, 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 very deep down, they can think like humans and they don't want to because it's hard. And I'm not completely disagreeing with you, like on the psyop portion of it. Yes, a lot of these people are dumb. I used to be dumb.
There's a mix.
Avoided it.
There really is a mix of them over there, though. There are the ones over there that are pulling the strings, that know the truth and are intentionally gaslighting people. There are the ones that are the true believers. That's why I call them cult members, right? They are fully brainwashed. And then there are ones that are literally just choosing to be ignorant, so that way they can get along to be along and not have to actually pay attention to what's going on. Because like Gal said, it's hard. Those of us that and those of us that are aware of things, it is hard because we understand how bad things are. There's a reason they say ignorance is bliss. Okay. And there is a lot of people out there that are very willing to be ignorant. So yeah, it's a mix mash of people that we are up against that are all just on that that they're either on that side or they're complicit with that side of things.
Yep. I can agree with that.
I didn't
go ahead, Nick. It looks like you want to say something.
I used to live in Chicago, and
you poor bastard.
It's interesting. Well, there obviously it wasn't all bad. Now there obviously was, but there were some good things about it, especially like a lot of the mom and pop, whether it's the pizzerias, the Mexican. I didn't realize, especially this is before I guess you could say I got a lot more socially aware or politically involved, whatever you want to say. It took for me to not only leave Chicago, but to be away from it for at least about a year, maybe even 18 months before I realized I lived in a bubble. Because if there's one thing I learned from that, is that a lot of people, especially in like big cities, a lot of them live in a bubble and they don't even know it. And I would say that I was part of that, because I wasn't like, like a raging leftist, but I guess you could say I was just very apolitical. But the echo chamber runs so deep in big cities that it's almost like another way of thought doesn't even exist. It's not that it's even like, it's almost like it's not even brought up to conversation. So it's like when I got out and went to the burbs, I moved to another planet, even though I was all in the same state. And I thought to myself, when I was reflecting, I was like, wow, there's all these other lifestyles and different ways of life people have in different parts of not only the state but in the country overall. And it really made me think. I thought, wow, I really lived in a one-way thought bubble, and I didn't even realize it. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's okay for them, but I think most people, and I'm sure there are some who are doing it intentionally, but I think more people are unintentionally in a bubble than they realize, because they're so deep in that echo chamber. It's like, when a left is so far left that they can't even see the center. I think that would really, honestly, that would sum up a lot of Chicago.
Well, it's the same thing. Like we talk about in the military, that when you're in the military, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. You especially like I think me and Rob, I think we talked about this on Thursday, that there was so much shit that was going down, especially on my second deployment, that I just didn't want, like, I'm looking at it and going, there's something wrong here, but I didn't want to believe the possibility that we might be doing something wrong. And you're drinking the Kool-Aid. You want to believe that you're fighting for your country. You want to believe that you're fighting for the better good, and that everything that our country and our military and our army wants us to do is only for the better good. And it's not until you get out, you stop drinking the Kool-Aid, and you can start doing your own research and look into it a little more and realize, yeah, some of this is a little off.
Yeah, you realize things don't line up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rob,
my brother was actually a vet. He told me, because he did one tour of Iraq, I think one in Afghanistan, and he would be with his guys. He'd be like, "Hey, what are we doing here?" And it would be after a few months. It was kind of like what's the point of a lot of the stuff? Like, there was an original mission, but now a lot of it was overstaying a mission, and then not only was a mission overstayed, but they end up getting involved with more countries. And that was for my younger brother, even though he looks older than me, because he looks like a straight up security guard who could break people with a pinky. It was an eye opener for him too. Like, he still loves the guys from when he did time in the service. He still has fond memories of who he grew up along with during those 4 years. But I could definitely tell, as far as going to those countries, it was like wow, our system, our government is absolutely corrupt. And it takes for you, once again, it's one of those you have to actually step out to understand it. And I think you have a little bit of that with the military. You didn't know until you got out.
Yeah. Rob, I'm curious. Rob, when did you retire?
Official retired date was 2020. So it was February 2020. Yeah.
So obviously it hasn't gotten so bad with the fucking, with the Biden administration by the time you retired. But I'm curious to hear your perspective on, because I know woke shit was already starting to be introduced into the army. They're doing the vaccine mandates by the end of 2020. What is the perspective? Because I know that we've seen like these trans officers and officers, posing in their Class A's and a fucking dog mask and all this weird shit going on. And I know a lot of that comes from the Pogue side of shit, personnel other than grunt, meaning non-infantry, non-combat arms shit. What is the perspective, especially in something like where you were at 75th Ranger Regiment? What was the grumbling going around there? What did you hear from people in there about what was going on in our military with the woke agenda and everything?
So
Rob for his dog mask.
So I think that term woke was not a thing that I ever heard up until a couple years ago, I guess, or at least not in the military. I never heard that term. But as I think back, we saw some of that stuff creeping through years ago, and I'm talking pre-Biden, pre-Trump, and what they started doing. Like we had the sharp stuff in the sensitivity training and these little things that, like, you know what that is, Adam, but to us that was just normal. Like, oh, we got to do our annual sharp training, right? Mm-hmm. Or, oh, we got to do our annual sensitivity training, or we got to do our annual EO, equal opportunity. Now they just call it something else, the DEI, diversity, inclusion, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And then we started seeing good leaders, good NCOs getting ejected out of the unit, and it was for non-compliance, basically. And this is pre-COVID. This is like commanders, or it would get pushed down from up top that they wanted us to do something, and they would get a lot of pushback from the first sergeants and the sergeant majors. And all of a sudden, it was like, hey, they're no longer in the unit. They got pushed out to the regular army, and we're getting somebody else that's more compliant. And it's just little things, but I didn't kind of put this together until way later. But the biggest agenda thing was having the females come through Ranger School. And I'm not calling it woke. That was just an agenda thing that we got exposed to. And it was very controlled. It was very regulated. It was very monitored on what you couldn't say, and what you couldn't or could and couldn't participate in. Like if you had no direct link to having the females in the training getting ready for Ranger School, like you weren't even supposed to come around. I was the medic. It was part of my job was to be a medic for some of these events. And it was just, we kind of saw these agendas coming in there, social experiments or whatever. And like, whatever your thoughts are on that stuff, like now, like whatever, everybody's got their own opinions. But I think the stuff that I see today is fairly new. Like the pup masks, that pup kink bondage thing, or the diversity is our strength agenda posters that you see everywhere.
Yeah.
Or the trans inclusion. I did see the first time I ever saw that was at Fort Sam, Houston, Texas, and there was a trans person there, and it stopped me in my tracks. I couldn't believe what I was seeing in uniform, participating. Everybody else was like, "This is no big deal," and for me, coming from where I came from, like I'd never seen that before. Not in uniform. I saw it in California and Hollywood's no big deal. But seeing it in uniform, I was just like blown away. And everybody, it was just normal. And this was probably 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. Like as soon as it was like not a big deal. I think 2018 or whatever it was. But I saw it and nobody seemed to care at the time. So what in my direct peripheral, like in my unit, nothing like it is today.
Gal, is the Marine Corps integrating women into combat arms?
We need to let Laurence go. Laurence has got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, Laurence. Yeah, my bad, dude.
No problem. Thank you guys. I wish I could stay longer, but I will be here again next week, one way or the other. See ya. Common, you and I still need to talk. I'll send you my phone number. All right, brother.
Sounds good.
Talk to you
Sounds
guys
good, brother.
later.
Can't wait.
And,
there you go, nurse that sore vagina.
Yeah, I will. And Big Rob, just like last week, stay away from my wife. All right,
that guy.
He's liking the beard, and that's got me worried. So just from now on, just put a bag over your head or something, man.
You're too pretty to live, Big Rob. You're too pretty to live.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Larry.
To answer your question, I have avoided looking at that stuff because God, I hope not. I have a big problem, even with what Rob said, when females were going through Ranger School, all of these things had to be looked at, changed, couldn't do certain things. That in itself is the reason that women shouldn't be in combat roles, that shouldn't be going through those schools, because you have to adjust. You have to pivot to make those changes. And I don't give a shit if Russian women are gigantic fucking Amazonian bitches that can kick a dude's ass. It's not America. It's a rarity. It is an extreme. You shouldn't have to change, especially for combat roles. It's one thing when you're just in the regular fleet. You can be in admin roles. You can be, you can stay behind, not be in the deployable units, whatever. Hell, you can be deployed if you can fit within the parameters of what is necessary and what is needed. With women going into combat and that whole change, I had the same opinion that I have now. Shouldn't be happening, because there is so much, like, women get periods.
Right.
Wow.
It was
Women.
funny.
Imagine that.
When you're out
Newsflash.
when you're
Again,
out
this
on
is another time where I should have that. I should.
Women get periods.
What?
It's another time I should have that. The more you know sound effect.
Dude,
Like,
it's funny because
are you
my
gonna?
mom- Go ahead, Tiff.
Go ahead,
Finish your
Tiff.
thought before I tell
Like,
the story.
these are the things that you don't think about. Like, dudes can piss in a bottle. You're on a 24-hour watch, driving around in a Humvee.
Yep.
Dudes can piss in a bottle. Do you have to stop?
You can get a shiwi.
Yeah,
was funny
so
as shit when
I've
my
always
mom-
thought
when
about
my-
that. Go ahead, Jess.
Well, when my mom was in basic training, because my mom went in like the early 90s, and because she was inactive because she was pregnant with my sister at the time when Desert Storm happened. She was one of the few in Kansas City that was like protesting on the side of the street saying support our troops, and she was like fucking 6 months pregnant with my little sister. But she said when she went through basic training, somebody asked that question: is why aren't women allowed in special operations and stuff like that, right? My drill sergeant walks right up to my mother and looks her dead in the eye and goes, "That's because the dogs can smell you." And he went like this and went, "You're on," and looked her dead in the eye and went, "You're on your period right now." And my mother was like, "Fuck," because she was. And like he could smell it on her. And that was one of the main, because dogs can track that shit so fucking easy. And even if you're not on your period, just the pheromones that a woman gives off naturally. Fucking dog with a decent nose is gonna find her in a fucking heartbeat, man.
It's a good point I never thought of. It's a good point.
I think about this a lot.
Penis
and the just the the women in the military thing, and everybody looks through it through a lens of today, right? It's like even on our recent deployments, we've had bases set up, and we had technology, we had electricity, running water at all these places in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria. We have all these comforts, right? But in the beginning, in 2001 and 2003, there was nothing, right? So those first couple of years, especially those first weeks and months, there was no showers, there were no bathrooms. I mean, we stayed for days on our vehicles, just funk and smells, and using the bathroom and living and surviving and eating in these small confined spaces. And as soon as we got somewhere, I mean, I think the longest I went without ever showering was like 2 months.
I did too in Iraq in 03, same.
Yeah, and it was just the most disgusting that I'd ever been in my entire life. It was very, very unhygienic type of environment.
The bottoms of my socks were like solid.
Yeah. And I think like nowadays everybody looks it through today's lens. When we go overseas, we got all these comforts, we got all these buildings and the latrines set up, and medical aid stations and all that stuff. Like just trying to apply the same agendas to 2003, 2001. Like what would that have looked like back then? I don't know. I just thought it was interesting because everybody looks through it through a modern lens.
No, yeah, you're right. You get a bunch of trans or just women in general, people who need their own special types of hygiene and everything. They're not going to make it through 2 months of no showers or any of these fucking common shit that we have. Gal is definitely holding back something.
Well, a couple of things.
A booger?
Women are gross. Like men are gross in their own way. Women are worse because you don't keep. I'm gonna get gross here, but you don't keep your shit clean. Like you get UTIs, you get yeast infections, like you get gross in a completely different way than dudes. Goat cheese sandwich, people.
Oh,
yeah.
Like that is the thing where it's
somebody send $20 shot after that, please.
It was a common in the Marines, like male Marines made that joke about women after they come back from a 2-week training op. Baby wipes, someone mentioned.
Yeah, I was about to highlight that. Yep, baby wipes are survival. Baby wipes are life.
But it's a joke for a reason. Like women are gross in a completely different way as dudes. But my other point that I was going to bring up was Rob mentioned the seeing the dude in drag or whatever in uniform. That entire thing pisses me off because one of the reasons that I do this with my hair is because I was in the military and I have a gigantic personality. I know, shocking. Y'all,
gigantic something.
And for years you had to be plain and neutral.
Yeah, like I went in as a tomboy into boot camp and I came out as wanting to be like more of a girly girl because I was a dude for 3 fucking months where like playing in dude spaces. And so after I got out of the military completely, I got like piercings. I wanted to be able to show my personality in a specific way. There is a reason that you do not do that in uniform.
Yeah.
There's,
Tiffany, you remind me of a few girls I knew when I was in middle school, high school. Usually if you saw like a girl with green hair, usually it was like or even blue hair, it was a sign that they were actually really smart. But nowadays when I see one and they're of that age, now it's a red flag to stay away from, which is unfortunate, because I remember affiliating myself with those type of people, and you could have a in-depth conversation whether you agreed or didn't agree. They came from a place of knowledge and really and even obviously to a lesser extent because we're teenagers, but at least the experience that they had at that given point in time, I can at least have that conversation with them. To me, when I saw that, to me, it was like, oh, hey, cool, I'll talk to so-and-so. But now it's just like, now I see that, but for that age, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to run away.
Yeah. And it always seems to be
the chosen color. My hair like this.
The chosen color always seems to be blue or purple.
Be a similar age. We might remember when people like that were the intelligent ones to talk to. I'm 36, and I remember what it was like being 16, 17, and seeing that be like, I'm like, that's someone I would absolutely talk to. Yeah. Nowadays, no.
Well,
so having a woman in the unit means free bread downrange. That's right. All that
one of the things that we haven't considered is the PTSD that would happen with some of our soldiers if a girl let loose a Jeep clearing fart. And you gotta run the fuck out of there into danger.
Yeah.
That's hilarious because I am very well known in my family, like for belching.
Nice. That's good.
Dude, us fucking guys out in the field, and it's just us guys, like when I was with an infantry unit, like we're just dirty, raunchy fucking, just like, just the worst shit possible. The gay jokes go around a lot in the army, but I mean, you hang around fucking infantry Marines, they are just pure fucking homosexual, dude. They're humping each other, fucking pissing in the same urinal together. Like, you have a woman in there, it's gonna destroy everything. They can't do it. They can't do that shit.
So what you're saying is, you bring in that one woman, it destroys all the great homoerotic nirvana that you were having.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love how Marines are like Mike Tyson. I'm gonna fuck you till you love me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly it.
It's very true. You drop, like, there's 20 dudes. So when I was in, at least, it was a 20-to-1 ratio, male to female in the Marines. And you drop one female into a group of guys, and the entire dynamic will change, because there's the asshole that hates women. There's the gay dude that hates that the dynamic is changing in general, but might become the gay best friend. And then there's the dudes that want to fuck her. Those are like the three main experiences. Like I experienced that. I was in communications where it's not female centric, but there's more females in that MOS than others. And so I was radio communication, and that one is specifically where a lot of the females went. So I was surrounded by other women. But I did experience that firsthand. There was this one asshole, like we would get along, but sometimes like we would butt heads really bad. But there was just a dynamic shift whenever that happened. And there's a certain type of female that can hold their own in that. And I'm not saying I fully am one of those. I feel like I am a balance. But there are some that are really good at it, and then some that are terrible, and they're the fucking hussies and the barracks bunnies, and they ruin everything, and I hate them.
Barracks bunnies.
Your POS was radio?
MOS.
Like,
your POS?
Whatever. I barely heard what you said. So what does that
real quick,
entail?
Jack, thank you for choosing to be here. I'm guessing you might not be around for very long. I didn't know X-Ray Girl hit 20K. That's awesome.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, that is
cool. No one's allowed to go over there though. You got to stay right here. You're not allowed to leave.
That's right. That's right.
And she didn't even have to listen to Tom McDonald.
Nah, she's super
no,
cool.
all she has to
Hung
do
out
is
with
just show
her.
up on a fucking on a live stream that gets 20,000 concurrent viewers every fucking Friday.
Nah, they only had like they've only got to like 18,000.
They got to 19 last week.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, she's cool company. I hung out with her and Melissa, Gary's wife, and I think it was Lady Gravemaster at the Milwaukee meetup. And yeah, she's cool. Hey, we know we and Gary treated us all to food after. Which shout out to Gary for doing that. And we had cheese curds. And yeah, she's a super down lady. And I was on her Poor Choices channel with her and Tugs recently. It was a super fun time on Dadcast. And yeah, we're going to have her on Toxic Tuesday to talk about, I can't give it away, but she's going to be on for one of the most toxic male movies ever that she has never seen. Never seen. I'll post it in the private chat just so you guys could give
I mean, there's so many movies that she hasn't seen that's just atrocious.
Don't point it out. She has not seen this one. So she's gonna be on.
I'm not surprised. I'm not fucking surprised.
Damn it.
What's toxic about waiting to exhale?
Devil, you were asking something about my MOS.
Yeah, what did were you transferring the radios or like did you
no,
just
so like
answer
radio
them?
communication between like forward operating bases.
Oh, okay.
Actually, technically, my MOS, it was similar to that, but it wasn't exactly that. When I was stationed in Japan, they didn't have my actual MOS, so I was satellite communications. I would set up a connection between our terminal down on the planet with the satellite encrypted and everything, and then our wire dogs would plug phones in, and data marines would plug in the internet so they could communicate with the other bases and all that.
Oh, that's a lot more complicated than I was going for. I was all like, so what do you do? Like sit there on the walkie going, yeah, what are you thinking of?
This is an AT&T operator. How can I connect your call?
They're like under fire and it's like scary. Can we send somebody to help them?
1-900 Marine Corps hot chicks. What are you wearing?
Devil thought she was over here just like doing the switches, like the switch.
John Wick.
Hold, please. No.
What the
Gal, do you think you should start wearing this to discourage people from wanting to rape you?
Okay, first of all, what the fuck?
Then she just attract Dermy.
These anti-rape pants are essentially undergarments which come fitted with prosthetic male genitals, which proudly bulge from between the woman's legs. It's hoped that by wearing them, potential rapists are fooled into thinking that the wearer is a man or transgender, thus reducing their inclination and motivation for assault.
Look, here's my favorite part on this one. Look at the comments. The comments, she says, I'm going to start wearing these pants, and I suggest you do too. Like a Summit says, what if the rapist is bisexual or gay? She goes, I don't have pants for that.
Like, if someone is of the mindset that they're going to rape you, they tend to, like, you have an ass.
Rape's not about, this is one of the things a lot of people don't understand. Rape is not about sexual gratification. It's about power, dominance, and control. That's what it's always been about. So this is the fuck. You want to do something? Get you a gun. Okay? That's going to stop
you. Can't do that. No, you can't have guns. No. I actually had a debate with a girl with a woman one time.
This might be a little more effective right there. That next comment down there with the pistol, the fucking brakes right there. There you go. Go ahead though. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Those are the pants you need. But yeah, no, these people actually believe, because of Vox and all this other fucking bullshit that they put out there, they think that it's a woman can't have a gun because it's too much of a likelihood that the rapist will take it from you and then kill you. If you just accept it and don't have a gun, then at least you will only be raped.
What?
That is their actual logic. That is their actual logic. Women should not have guns because it's likely means you're going to get killed.
How dare you empower women to protect themselves?
Nope, can't do it.
But that shows you what they think of women. That shows you how weak and pathetic. Yeah, that's exactly how weak and pathetic they think women are.
You can't handle a gun.
Yep.
It's just you could take it away from a big scary man.
Yeah, contrary to all the women that have had actual gun training, like either in the military or privately, who are absolute badass shots. Dude, my grandmother was a better shot with a shotgun than any of the men in my grandfather's gun club. Like, they actually threatened to bend her barrels because she was such a damn good shot and kept kicking all the guys' asses. That is the dumbest, most ignorant thing I've ever heard.
So this account, I actually found this account because of something I shared another thing. So when I read this, I couldn't believe the meme that I found was coming from this person, because it says author of How the Trump Years Turned Me into a Social Justice Warrior, Demi Vegan, Zer, Pride Flag videos belong to their respective owners. DM for submissions. So I was blown. Yes, it's a parody. It's exactly right. It is a parody. It took me a little while to figure it out because I started going through it. But yeah, it is fucking hilarious though. Let's see what this one. These are the steps of a man with tight hamstrings from daily vigorous workouts. This page is great, man. You want to get a good laugh? Oh shit! What is it? Went to Goodwill with my daughter Literally, and she asked me to buy these game pieces. Of course, I said yes.
Literally.
Literally. Okay,
Yeah,
literally.
L-E-I-G-H is Lee, like the female spelling.
Literally. Okay.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort to be naturally beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I love this fucking Twitter page, man. Dr. Jebra Fauci. Jebra Fauci.
Definitely not out of line with Fauci.
At all.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Gotta give this person a follow. Check them out. It's at Jebra Fauci.
Hey, drop the link in the chat so I can find him, because I haven't seen him.
I'll do that.
I just copy it and drop it in the chat. That looks freaking hilarious. What's up, Pearl Harbor Pirate and the Pleeps over on Rumble? Appreciate you guys being over there. Thank you very much.
What's up? Welcome to Vets Talking. Just browsing streams.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I do want to clarify that
give us a follow, Pearl Harbor Pirate, if you haven't already. Hope you appreciate your browsing streams over on Rumble.
I know it seems like I have a terrible opinion of women, which I kind of do. But it's speaking in general terms. Like, obviously, I have a terrible opinion of women, the majority of women. I am not one of those people. I know that. I am aware that I am a woman. There are women out there that don't fit the mold that I despise so much, that I talk about in such a negative manner. So just to clarify, for any new people out there that don't realize that for me.
Thank you for the clarification. Yeah. I do want to show this. This person has an entire website too. Hold on, let me
go ahead, pull that up. Roy the Hated says women that don't like guns need a pet Neanderthal. We are like guns you can pet. I love it, Roy.
Yeah, this is so the website's called The Woke Observer. The entire thing is a troll. It's so fucking great.
It's the Babylon Bee.
These people are professional trolls, man. And I think the book is real too. I think I don't know where the book is.
What's that other one that got real popular? Who was it was a fake feminist account that was a troll. What was her name?
You talking about that blonde female comedian? Because there's a really good.
I don't think it was. No, it was run by a guy. I'll find you.
Are you sure it was a guy? Did you assume his gender?
How dare you assuming gender's bad?
Like, we literally wrote a book about it.
I'm on a panel affiliated with bigots.
Tatiana McGrath.
Yeah, there you go. Tatiana McGrath. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, there was a book on there before that book was a real thing. Like how Trump turned me into a social justice warrior. I couldn't find it on that page though. I don't know where it went. Anyways, well, I was gonna wait for fucking Jesse there to move on to the next topic, but he just went ahead and fucked off. Good timing. Okay.
He's off transitioning. He'll be back.
What have you been up to lately, Nick?
Let's see. Obviously I've been cranking out 1 to 2 videos a week. I've been doing my Toxic Tuesday, which is basically a show where we pick a movie and a very super toxic masculinity filled movie, very anti-PC. We've been doing that now for 100 episodes. We're gonna get a little festive for the season because you can't just dodge it. And we had a great month. We were doing Roger Moore Bond month for an entire month. That was great, and we got to see the toxicity of the Roger Moore Bond era. And dude, the amount of stuff I forgot that was in those movies. These movies would have been probably even canceled back even in 2010 even. So there's that. There's my comic shop talk show I do every Friday night. Common Nerd is he's a panelist on there every night. And we basically drink alcohol and we talk comics. I mean, it's simple as that. And I was on Comics Aficionados this morning on Thinking Critical's channel. Wes from Thinking Critical, great guy. I think he's a vet too. He lives in the Philippines. And yeah, we had a blast on there. And we were going to talk about the Marvels bombed at the box office, but it turned into something better. We talked about the fast food aficionados and the best and worst of fast food, and that was great.
McDonald's is not S tier.
It's been good to just be on this journey. I get to meet people from walks of life, whether it's obviously hanging out with a bunch of veterans or hanging out with comic geeks Saturday morning or being on Midnight's Edge after dark Tuesday and Thursday night or on Comics Vision channel. I get to encounter all sorts of people and try to bring as many of them together to my channel, hopefully, and just have fun and also try to get away because there's so much bad and crazy going on. And, it does need the conversation. It does. But it's also to help balance, I guess you could say, our mental state of mind to at least, have a little bit of escapism again. Because maybe this is just a me thing. I'll admit it. It could be just a me thing, but I couldn't just talk about the crazy going on all day long. I gotta have it. Maybe that could be a personal thing, but I have a little balance in my life, and we gotta remember also where we came from and why we love these things. And sometimes revisiting these things is a great reminder of why we love these things.
Well, I'm glad you decided to change things up by coming here so we can drink and talk about our transphobia.
Yeah. Oh my dude, I couldn't be more honored to be with a greater pack of bigots.
I have to give Nick a shout out too, because that comic I came on that comic shop talk just as kind of a guest one time, and I told a lot of these guys I grew up on superheroes as far as animated stuff. I didn't get a chance to read a lot of the comics as a kid. I had more time at the library. The library was free. My family didn't grow up with a lot of money, so I got books. And but I watched Spider-Man the animated series, I watched X-Men the animated series, Superman the animated series. I was addicted to all of those shows as a kid. So I loved these characters. And it's been such a blessing to be on Friday nights with Nick now, because now I get a chance to go back and read all of the comics that I never got a chance to read as a kid. And man, when we went through Spider-Man, holy cow, those early issues, the Ditko run, right, of Spider-Man.
Yeah, Lee and Ditko, the original Stanley Steve Ditko run. It's incredible.
It was so good. That scene of Spider-Man just going, I have got to do this. I have got to save Aunt May. I can't die here. And him just digging deep and going, I got to get out of here, and pushing all that ceiling and that roof and all that stuff that had collapsed on him. And that's one of the most powerful scenes in comics as far as I'm concerned. And holy God, I would have never even known to have read it if it wasn't for Comic Shop Talk. So it's one of those things you got to think about. For all the bullshit that's going on nowadays in modern comics and stuff like that, we literally basically have 60 years of more or less good stuff that the majority of us have never read, have never gone through. And the best part is now, because of the digital age, because of the digital era, we have the ability to go through and relive all of that kind of stuff. So please come join us on Comic Shop Talk on Friday nights. It is worth enjoying the good stories and understanding where your heroes came from and why they are the heroes you know and love today.
Jesse, you summed it up with that. And I think we can even further that notion by also talk about, we also like to cover what's upcoming, because, a lot of people always talk about how there needs to be alternatives or supporting alternatives. But a lot of times, a lot of people don't really put focus on promoting these alternatives. And it's just like, I feel like this show would be a good thing to, go of our way to promote these. I remember we had, what's her face? C.S. Johnson on. She was a great guest. She has chapter books. She has comics. We had her on. She is a great guest. We had obviously yesterday, Gary from Pop Culture Minefield. He's got his veteran comic book, Vindicated Inc. We did very well with that book. He gained like 7 or 8 backers last night. He hit $1 grand last night too.
Nice.
And so yeah, we try and make sure we can help promote like alternatives, actually put them in front of people. And I try and make sure it's people who I really want to have on that, I'm like, all right, I really believe in what this creator is working on. Let's get them on so we can promote this story. I want someone who I can really invest in. Like I know December 29th, and because I plan like that, that's gonna be our Alpha Core spoiler filled episode where we can go all in on finally, because I'm doing it on purpose to give people a few weeks, not just to digest the story, but for those who probably maybe order their copy a week or two later. This gives them a chance to read it, and then we can all have a great engagement for an entire show on that comic. I do think it's a comic that's definitely worthy of that discourse, and I think it's gonna be great. So who knows? Maybe I'll try to beg Chuck Dixon to come on and discuss his thoughts when we wake up the book. We'll see. Just saying.
I read it this morning and I loved it, and I was like, "Excuse me, where are the rest of the pages?" Why
Disappointed when it ended.
Where is Alpha Core 2? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'll have my review out on that on Monday. My review will be on that on Monday. So
nice.
Yeah.
I gotta give a couple shout outs here real quick. Robin Banks, hello. One of my friends from Charlie Foxtrot here at Lake of the Ozarks. How's it going? And I forgot, I went back. I didn't forget about this, but Bubba motherfucking Ford upgraded. He's stats on, but it said that he just joined fucking Tropic Thunder. So I assume that means that he was Simple Jack, but welcome to the Tropic Thunder there, buddy. And that means social. Tip him up. What were we gonna say, Jesse?
Yeah, and what Nick's right about the whole promoting alternatives thing, because that's something I've been trying to do on my Wednesday night show, on my Winding Down Wednesday show. That's something I've been doing since basically the beginning of that show, whether it be promoting independent comics. I mean, Jason Sandberg is a really good friend of mine now. He came on initially to just promote his comic, and now he's basically a permanent member of the show now, almost every single week. We promoted things like Nefarious. We had the director and writer of Nefarious on, as well as one of the stunt actors and one of the extras that was also like a lead helping out all the rest of the extras. Like, that's the big thing, is we roast all of the bad stuff that's out there right now, like whether it be Doctor Who, whether it be Marvel, whether it be everything Disney, whatever it is, right? We roast all that stuff. But one of the things that makes a lot of us different than some of the other big channels that roast all of this stuff, we also promote the good stuff. And we don't just promote our friends, right? I promote just about anybody. If you've got a comic book out there and you reach out to me on Twitter, I'm probably going to have you on my show. If I look at your book and I'm like, all right, cool, this looks cool, let's go ahead and do this, I will probably have you on my show to promote it, because I believe in the Iron Age. I believe in the independent comic sphere. I believe in the independent storytelling. Things like, Angel Studios and everything they're doing, not just with their most recent success, but all of the rest of the future projects they're doing. Daily Wire with what they're doing. And you know what? Maybe Lady Ballers wasn't the best comedy movie out there ever, but you know what? They tried. They're doing things. They're making things. And that's important, because the only way we are going to save our culture is to establish a parallel economy and find good stories elsewhere.
Wait. Lady Ballers was not good? Wasn't that the one? Was that the one that we watched the trailer of the other day? Last week?
I heard it was. Yeah, from all the reviews I heard, it was kind of a little too long. It was a little too much filler. A lot of that.
It was a little too on the nose.
That's the one that had like Ted Cruz and
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
It wasn't terrible, Adam.
But here's the thing: comedy is one of the hardest things in the world to write. So just the fact that they took a shot at it and did halfway decent is a pretty good thing. The problem is they just needed to tighten it up, but it's also their first try. You know what I mean? This is their first try at it. You go back and watch the first movies of any studio out there in history, and they're going to make you go, holy cow. Okay, you guys gave it a shot. You know what I mean? And that's what it takes. It's just like Rumble. Everybody complains about Rumble because Rumble isn't as good as YouTube, right? Rumble's also like 4 or 5 years old. YouTube's 25 years old at this point, right?
People got comfortable with convenience from YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah. There's 2
really
decades
comfortable
worth of experience that YouTube has gotten, whereas Rumble is literally building from the ground up. They're not like Kick, where Kick just licensed out Twitch's source code and just turned it into their own thing. Rumble is building everything from the ground up. So but you've got to go out there and support it in order to keep these things flourishing. And that's one of the things when Eric July's comic, when that first one hit over $1 million in 24 hours, I knew that was it. I was like, we're going to win. It's over, because you can't stop a force like that. You can't stop a tsunami like that. And that's exactly what Alpha Core and the rest of the Iron Age is. It's a tsunami that is coming to wipe out Hollywood and all the rest of them. And I am here for it. I love it.
Dude. Chaya. Oh my God. Getting Tom McDonald and Adam Calhoun in a movie and Dax. Holy shit. That'd be so fucking cool.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my God. Oh, they could do so good. That would be an amazing fucking movie.
I saw Lady Ballers, and I thought the trailer was absolutely stellar. I thought it was a perfect trailer. And I think one of the things that hurt the movie the most was a lot of the best parts were in that trailer. I feel like, so when I saw the movie, I probably gave it, I'd say maybe 5.5 out of 10. But I thought about it, I'm like, would I have given it a higher score if I had not watched the trailer? I think I would have actually. I probably maybe done 6.5, maybe even 7. Because there are some good parts. There really is. And there's a really great idea. My biggest issue with the movie is that I feel like it needed to be a comedy and not a part comedy, part right-wing version of The Message per se.
Political
I'm not talking about whether I'm here to agree or disagree with it, but one of the complaints that we've had and many people in our little corner is that we're really tired of the on-the-nose messaging. Well, we got a little bit of that with this movie, but the other side. And if we're going to have this type of thing, it might as well be fairly balanced, or just preferably not at all. Just not at all. Unless it's like a political thriller, because there is a place for those in the world. I've seen many great political thrillers, in my time, and that's fine. But this movie should really ratchet up the ante on the comedy and dial back on the message. It really should have been. And I hate saying that, because there is signs of promise in there. Like even the people at Daily Wire, granted they're not really actors, but for what it's worth, they did fine. There were some fine performances. I thought, what's that guy's name? Tyler Fisher, the comedian, brown, long hair. He was awesome. I will say he was fantastic, even. But the messaging, honestly, it got to a point where it took me out of it at times.
Yeah.
It took me out of it at times, and I don't need that. It doesn't help that I've seen everything but so to the far left either, and that's even worse because we've gotten 800% more of that. I'll give other things a shot. I think they definitely I hope they really dial back on the messaging, because I want us to be able to laugh and just laugh. This movie was going as far as bringing up statistics and then talking about, I'm going to cancel you. And I'm just like,
yeah, I think they threw all of the tropes and like pretty much every single thing you can think of. They threw it into one movie instead of kind of dragging this theme out. Like instead of taking it to the edge, they just, it was fine. I watched it the other day. But it's very cringy, and I try to view it as like like any other slapstick, Fish Called Wanda, any slapstick comedy like that. But the message was just like, the messaging is just, all right, man, you just made one 3 seconds ago. I don't need 3 more messages again, and then again. It's just tell a good story, make it funny, take a couple of jabs, and it would have been awesome. But they
should went all the way with it. They should, if you're gonna go for the jabs, just pull no punches. But they were pulling the punches to favor their message, And I think that hurts because you could tell like there is potential there. There was a good idea and there were some good performances and there were a few chuckles, but the messaging really, really hurt it. It really did. And that was not what I needed to see. It felt like a movie that would fit in the, I guess you could say, mid 2000s of comedy. Like it would have come out, if it were to come out in a theatrical time, I'd say probably somewhere between 2003 through 2008 with the Dodgeballs and the Tropic Thunders of the world. It feels kind of right in place with those types of comedies. I hope, and I can't believe I'm saying it, but Matt Walsh was actually one of the better parts of this. And that I've been very, very, very critical of Matt Walsh. To me, that guy is. I did a vote on my Twitter a few weeks ago. I said, who is a bigger stick in the mud, Matt Walsh or Brie Larson? Or the third answer, yes. And when the final tally came up, we had almost 500 votes. And Matt Walsh and Brie were very even-handed with the number. I think Matt won by like 0.5%, 0.5, and then the rest is all yes. Matt was actually kind of entertaining. I gotta admit it. I thought he was actually fairly entertaining in his part. There's a great Andrew Klavan joke that would have worked. It was not in the trailer. There's a great Andrew Klavan line, perfectly timed and all, but they threw in the damn trailer. And now it wasn't as funny as it initially was. If anything,
hold up, real quick. I want to give a shout out to Pearl Harbor Pirate, which apparently he's got to be a vet. Says on the Rumble side, because somebody was mentioning in our Knife Hand show, he says, I'm assuming your gender. Yes, I'm going to assume also you don't give a fuck. Says, I miss the knife hand. It used to be my primary instructional aid and focus tool. I love that. Thank you. You are definitely, you must be a vet. You must be a vet if you know what a knife hand is. Check out Thursday at 10 o'clock Eastern where we do knife hands for our political commentary show, buddy. I think you'll enjoy that too. It's pretty much just like this, only the topic is more focused on politics and shit that pisses us off. But we also drink and get a bunch of debauchery there too. Okay, I cut off both of you at the same time. I think somebody go.
Have it.
Gal?
Go ahead and take it away, dudes.
I mean, I don't really have much to say on it. I knew that movie just wasn't for me in general because it reminded me of like movies like The Ringer, and I don't like that kind of humor. Yeah. I love Dodgeball and Tropic Thunder. Like it's just
Dodgeball
hit or miss for those types of movies. Like Dodgeball, I feel is very different to The Ringer, and this felt way more like The Ringer to me just from the trailers. I was like, well, this movie is not for me. I don't care.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Right.
Just because you mentioned Tropic Thunder, and I haven't played that in a long time.
No,
so.
I know.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Tiffany, because when you watch this movie, you're thinking, were they trying to please each other, the aka pleasing their peers when making this, and not thinking about a general audience? That's something we have said about the absolutely far left with these movies, like they're trying to please each other. And there is a good amount of in jokes with the Daily Wire jokes. There's a lot of them, and it's like, man, if you want to do product placement in jokes, to me, Wayne's World 1 did it best. With the product placement and jokes. I thought Wayne's World was genius for that. This fell way under their mark with it, and I feel like it would have worked. I feel like the timing of it in this movie was not good because one, you need to try to stab yourself to an audience who is already very skeptical of you, and they're taking you as a political studio, not a film studio. And I like the idea that Daily Wire wants to do this. I think that's great. But you're kind of legitimizing their arguments when you do this stuff. You're giving them validation to their points on that. And that's unfortunate because not everyone who's on the right or on the center isn't someone who doesn't have a creative bones. There's tons of them. And I mean tons of them. But they just don't get talked about because they only want to promote people on a very certain side of the aisle. And I think if someone like Andrew Klavan took over and had more of a creative part, I think this would have been even better because he not only was from Hollywood like Jeremy Boring, but he also used to be a lefty. And unlike the Matt Walshes of the world, he likes video games. And if you ever want to listen to someone Daylor who has the best cultural takes on modern culture, Andrew Klavan does. Full stop. Full fucking stop. That man, he's actually, I know you say he's a big God of War fan. Like he's not, he's not an absolute square like Matt Walsh. Andrew Klavan seems like the type of guy, if I live down the street from him, like, hey, why don't you come on in my apartment? Let's have a glass. We'd have a talk for an hour or two, and then we'd probably part ways. Andrew Klavan feels like that type of guy after watching his shows. I can't say I feel that way with Matt. Matt feels like, he's the annoying neighbor I don't ever want to have.
I can understand where you're coming from on that one too. I think Matt Walsh is just so dry. And that's one of the things is some people he's done some really good skits, which are absolutely hilarious because he is so deadpan. And I know that's not everybody's kind of humor. Like not everyone kind of do like the deadpan kind of laughable humor, but like he's done some good stuff that's actually really funny. But yeah, I agree with Nick. I would much rather have a glass of wine or a glass of like some nice, I'd imagine Andrew Klavan's probably like a nice Scotch guy, or like some, something high end, that kind of thing. Like, yeah, I would sit down and pick that man's brain all the time because one of the things I've loved about him is he will kind of play a little bit of devil's advocate occasionally when they do their little like Friday wrap up shows where they all get together and do like a big panel thing.
He challenges the panel a little. He
Absolutely.
Does.
And I think Klavan is such a smart guy. I think he's very well read. And I love the fact that he comes from inside of Hollywood. The guy doesn't need to work for Daily Wire. He's got enough residuals from all the scripts he's written over the last few decades where he's good. He is there because he wants to be there. He is a part of those kind of things because he wants to be a part of it. And that's one of the things that I think is really impressive and I think really cool from Klavan. Yeah, I absolutely love Klavan. I think he's great. But you know what else is great? You know what else we have that's great? Because I think Nick's going to get a kick out of this because I think Nick has already talked about this quite a bit. And since Adam mentioned earlier that he wanted to check out the next topic, and I know Nick's pretty familiar with this as well.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with this.
Yes, comic book store owner blasts DC and Marvel Comics writers and industry reacts. So we're going to check out the video from him, and then we can check out some of the reactions as well. And then this also is a guy that was on Mark Millar, who, given Mark Millar isn't some right-wing guy. He's just one of the actual like middle of the road comic book creators out there who is still willing to tell the truth and just tell good stories. So, and Mark Millar also kind of has like almost like he's like to a certain degree, he's kind of like the Elon Musk of the comic book industry. He can tell you to fuck off and do his own thing and it's not going to matter. You know what I mean? Because he's doing some of his own stuff. He doesn't need DC and Marvel anymore, but they will call him anyway. And so this is right here. This is a 30-year comic shop owner right here. And I believe his name was
Glenn O'Leary. He's from a shop called the Comic Book Palace. It's in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Oh boy. So he's in liberal hell.
Yeah, he's in liberal hell. So let me let me know if you guys can hear this.
He has a really loyal customer base at the store. Like apparently it's super loyal. But go ahead and play that clip because I think we should fill people in for context on why this is all notable to today's topics.
Absolutely. So here, let's check this out. This is stupid Twitter. Hold on.
Womp womp womp.
Let's do it. Hold on. I'll refresh the page. This thing's being
we're doing live.
Yeah, Twitter video is so dumb.
Most of these new writers don't have the love of comics like these older writers had. And all they care about is how can I put myself in the book? No, we don't care what you would do if you were Iron Man. We don't care who you are.
A little hot.
You're writing Tony Stark. You're not writing yourself in a book. If that's the case, write your own comic with you in it. No one will read it because nobody cares. People grew up growing up loving Peter Parker, loving Miles Morales, loving all these Captain America. We don't need you to put your input in it. Just write Steve Rogers. Don't write Steve Rogers. What would Steve Rogers be if I was Steve Rogers? That's not how it works. But that's again how most of these new people write nowadays. That's why most of the stuff is shit. Because we don't care what you would do, because we don't care about your life whatsoever. Just write a book, get paid for what you do, get paid for what you're supposed to be doing, and make it a good story.
Amen.
Yeah.
Most of these new writers
I mean, and he's spot on. This is one of the things that that's all we've ever been asking for. And this is something that we talk about on Friday nights. It's something we talk about on my show all the time. Good stories will always be universal. That's what made comic books such a success, was good stories. It wasn't about the format. It wasn't necessarily about the fact that it came in a comic book form with pretty pictures, because you could have pretty pictures in a comic book format, and if it didn't have a good story, it wouldn't matter. Why are classic tales classic? Why is the ultimate sacrifice, sacrificing for your friends, a classic story? Because everybody knows it, everybody understands it, everybody reflects it. When you want to talk about Christian mythology or whatever you want to talk, whether you want to talk about Christian history, whether you want to talk about just world history, everybody loves the sacrifice. And that's what good heroes are all about, is sacrificing themselves, putting everyone else before themselves. How many times have we seen Spider-Man? How many times have we seen Batman? How many times have we seen Superman? How many times have we seen the X-Men? How many times have we seen all of our favorite classic characters literally willing to sacrifice themselves for everyone else? That's what makes a good hero. These sons of bitches want to do nothing but write stories all about themselves and tell all about all of their own personal trauma, so that way hopefully the world will accept them and love them. They have literally they have done nothing but get a hold of these comic book industries and get a hold of these positions simply because of the fact that they could push their agenda and so they could make themselves feel better. It was never about, they never cared about Batman. They never cared about X-Men. They never cared about Iron Man. They never cared about any of these characters. What they cared about was the clout, the wonderful feeling that it came with having these positions and working for these shows. It was all bullshit from the beginning, and that's why they've destroyed all this. It's self-insert, and this guy is so spot on.
That's right.
But let's see what some of the backlash is that we've got here. Gail Simone, which this is one of the things that was really interesting about this. Gail Simone, someone who a lot of people could literally argue that she is almost single-handedly responsible for a lot of this shit. But even Gail Simone says, this is a tiny clip of a much longer video. She's tweeted someone who seems to play it off as good fun. She said, the gentleman has his 30 years. My hat is off to him. I have watched this video and they're good fun. A lot of people are like saying, hey, who is this lovely individual? He's going to be real. This is this guy right here. Jamal
Iggle. He's a
Jamal Iggle. However, blatantly attacks the owner and mocks him. Who is this lovely individual? He's going to be real shocked about how the comics have been written and how writing in general works. His business is dying because he refuses to change with the times. Okay, this statement alone makes no fucking sense. Okay, because this guy carries every comic that Diamond forces on him. Okay, he even mentioned Miles Morales, where a lot of people on our corner of the internet have a major problem with token Spider-Man. Okay, but this guy even admits that he still found some good stories in that. So this whole comment from Igel literally makes no fucking sense, because he sells everything. And no, it's not going. He says that's simple rule in sales: slowing contempt for the product shows contempt for the customer. Don't do it. Sell everything like you love it. Bullshit. If I walk into a shop and an owner lies to me, telling me that something is good, and then I buy it, I spend my hard-earned money on it, and then I go and read it and it's shit, I am never going to trust that fucking owner again. But if this owner is honest with me and goes, look, Diamond forces all this shit on me, but hey, here's what's good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Go read that. I'm going to go back to that owner every single time because I can trust him. And that's what has been lost in this industry, is trust between the creators and the fans and the people that consume this stuff, because that's what we don't trust you anymore. It's the same thing with Disney. No one trusts Disney anymore. And that's the exact same thing. And that's what these people don't freaking get. But these are cult members.
This goes back exactly like I was talking about before. Well, like, I mean, Gal, I realize that you disagreed with me, but these people are brainwashed. They do believe that these are good products, and you're simply only a bigot if you don't like it. They look at this, they see all the representation, and they say, this is a fucking piece of gold. Everyone who doesn't like this is just a bigot. It's not that they actually think it sucks. They do believe that people just don't like it because we're bigots. They are in a completely different universe from us. They don't think the same way.
No,
I didn't fully disagree with you.
They really don't.
I know you didn't fully disagree with you, but you know what I mean. Fucking...
It doesn't help that it's
I was about to call you a bad word.
Even,
I shouldn't say on here.
not even just the writers. It's also the editorial, because you gotta remember, when you're making one of these things, it sees a bunch of other eyes before it gets sent out to the printer. For obviously, to be fair, legitimate reasons, whether it's for editing, make sure there's nothing off with coloring or something spelled wrong, placement of panels, all sorts of good reasons. But the problem is, it's a top to bottom thing. Everyone in the editorial, editor in chief, they're all like this. There's no actual pushback from anyone. There's no one saying, hey, this could be better. Hey, why don't we try to do this? There's no one saying, hey, this doesn't line up with what's going on in this book over here. Or this contradicts that. There's no one doing that. There's clearly no sense of leadership. It's a free-for-all, worse than a Florida Man could ever be, but with comic books. And there's nothing means anything. It's one thing when it's like a not so good issue, but it's even more so when it's a story that just has no true meaning or value to it that you can come back to. Because I can at least forgive a comic that maybe was underwhelming or kind of disappointed, but at least it had some payoff in the long term. These don't even have that. Let's just say there could be like a meteor striking in the Fantastic Four book about to strike New York City. But if you go read Spider-Man, what meteor? Even though they're both the same present day in the same city, nothing lines up. And when you see that nothing lines up, it just makes everything feel meaningless. And when everyone is like that, because it's all about ideology, continuity is out the window, there's nothing to invest in. And that's unfortunate, because one of the guys who actually is a fan of the medium, I see we highlighted his name, Jimmy Palmiotti, he did. Now, I'm going to say this for clarification. He deleted his tweet because he says, I was hoping by defending this guy, I can't remember his exact words, I'm paraphrasing here. He was saying it'd be nice if we could have a discourse, an actual proper engagement, whether you agree or disagree, but no one wants to have that.
Not
he
allowed.
Said he deleted his post because he didn't want to deal with it being so polarized. So carry on.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the struggle session between Spidey and Miles Morales?
Oh, today? Yeah.
I have no idea what you're referring to.
I shared it in the private chat.
Yeah, the Gang War comic.
I don't even know. Like, it just thoroughly pissed me off because Peter Parker just...
I will know.
This looks like a lot. I mean, I'll pull it up, but you're gonna have to
okay.
Paraphrase.
I know what this is from. I took a look at this. This is based off a Spider-Man event comic going on currently in Marvel called Gang War, and basically there's this really weird convoluted storyline where Peter Parker had to go away for a bit, and it made Miles Morales go off on Peter for no reason. Apparently, why he went away happened like 30 issues ago, so it has nowhere near the relevance. So they're bringing up this random issue now. And this is not the first time you have a character talking down to Peter Parker. Almost every character in Zeb Wells' current run of Spider-Man is doing this. And I don't know if it's a Zeb Wells issue or editorial, or maybe even a little bit of both, because I've read stuff Zeb Wells has written. And I don't know if it was just luck of the draw, but he has written, I read his Ant-Man miniseries because I actually do like Scott Lang. I really do. I am actually a Scott Lang comic fan. And I thought it was good. It was fine. I had fun with it. And I know he did a short X-Men run called Hellions. And also he comes on Spider-Man, and everything is just like, did he become a completely different writer and then obviously a terrible one at that? Or is he just see Spider-Man differently? I don't know. But all I know is this book is not good to read. And every character talks down to Peter. It doesn't matter if it's Robbie Robertson, Mary Jane Watson, Miles Morales. They all talk down to Peter. And Peter just absolutely takes it. He has no backbone. If you're one of those people in the chat who was there when Dan Slott was writing this book, dude, he's making Dan Slott's book like a fucking masterpiece compared to what Zeb Wells is doing now with this character. Regardless whether it's him or editorial. Zeb Wells is saying, how do I top Slott in the worst way?
This is the same with everything. We keep on talking about it. They're trying to eliminate everything. They want to get rid of everything, all the old stuff, and bring in their new progressive fucking shit. Same thing with Doctor Who we were just talking about. They just totally emasculated him in episode 1 of this fucking shit, and they did it again today with the fucking new gay black doctor, saying that he's the real one. That fucking David Tennant's doctor is just an old tired white man who should just retire and drift away. No, they want to destroy everything. Everything that was old must now be new. And it's because all of this old classic stuff, they consider all of us. They hate us. They hate us who are grasping onto the past. That the stuff that we loved was so great, and we will not let it go. That's why they hate us, because they can only accept their new progressive ideological crap. That's why they want to kill everything else off, and they want us to just shut up and go away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why they were shocked when Richard Meyer went to alternative websites and put his book, because they moved the goalposts constantly. It was, if you don't like my book, well, then go make your own comic. What happened? Richard Meyer chose to make his own comic book, and then he tried to put it out through the direct market, and he made his own comic book. What happened then? They try to cancel him for it, and then he goes to Kickstarter. They go to cancel him on Kickstarter again. It took for him to finally go to Indiegogo, where it was like, okay, he could put this book out on here and not, have it be banned. These people change their excuses to adjust to the rules because they don't want you to actually make your own book. They just want you to accept what they're putting out and deal with it. And they don't want competition. This is why the free market scares them so much, because with legitimate competition, they are irrelevant. They are meaningless, and it puts them straight into the void, never to be seen or heard from again. And they are right now in the position where they are what's in front of us first. They're holding on to that group, because remember, they played the long game to get this position. They're not going to give it up easy. They played through this game through 20, 30 years. Maybe you could even say they kind of really ramped it up from 2010 through 2016. They really sped it up then. But yeah, they played this game for a long time, and they did. Comics was one of the first mediums that they did this to this extent. Comics might have to be one of the first mediums that gets us out of this if we're going to really see any actual end to all this debauchery, if you will.
And I think that's one of the things that scares them the most, right? That's why you see news organizations like CBR and a lot of these other quote unquote like comic book websites and news organizations that have completely and totally ignored Eric July and what he's done, where they'll highlight somebody, this other independent who used to be a guy that was in the mainstream who made like $250,000 on a comic. They won't even acknowledge the fact that Ripa's made $1 million campaigns 3 times now. They don't even talk about him. They try to ignore it like he doesn't exist. And that's what they're doing. They're burying their head in the sand, trying to go, nope, 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 nope. They're either ignoring or attacking them. And that's because they know they're about to be replaced. They know they have been replaced. And that's what terrifies them the most. They are going to lose all of that power. They're going to lose all of that influence, because that was their only goal. They wanted power and influence. And now, because the main street has rejected them, have walked away, they're like, oh, now we've got to attack everybody else. And fortunately enough, there's websites out there like fundmycomic.com, okay, which are separate from Indiegogo, are separate from Kickstarter. And guess what? They will not cancel anybody. And you can promote any outside of like literal, like absolute, like adult comics, like literal adult comics, if you know what I mean. Outside of those, you can put whatever you want on Fund My Comic. Doesn't matter if you're a lefty, doesn't matter if you're a righty, doesn't matter if you're an in-between, doesn't matter if you're apolitical. You can put your stuff on Fund My Comic and it will never get stopped. And that's one of the most beautiful things we've got now too. is there is another alternative source out there, just like Indiegogo and Kickstarter, because Indiegogo's kicked people too, which is why Fund My Comic exists now, because you can't trust Kickstarter or Indiegogo anymore because of that kind of thing. And that's why Fund My Comic exists. And guess what? Fund My Comic is ran by a veteran, and is also the guy is also a former preacher. So it's like you get all of the trifecta you could possibly want over at fundmycomic.com. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Jason Rains. We got a new subscriber tonight. Hell yeah. Thank you, Jason.
Welcome. How about a palate cleanser?
I agree.
10 packs of Kentucky Halloween here.
I already saw this. I don't need to see it again.
That is not something I need to say. That's not a palate cleanser. That's something that requires me to get shots. Send shots. I need shots.
That dog is being suffocated.
Wrong.
Yeah. I think it's being sucked into her orbit. Or her black hole. The black hole's absorbent. Yeah. I wanted to share that.
Very disturbing.
How about something that's
let's say dog fighting's cruel.
Yeah. Let's have a contest. Which one's more disturbing?
I don't want
Whoa.
Qualche giorno fa abbiamo parlato di come pesarsi nel mondo. Ora mi rivolgo alle ragazze. Sì, perché siete voi.
I don't think we need the audio. Which one's more disturbing? Let's get a vote. Chat, tell me, number 1 or number 2. Put in number 1 or number 2 to tell me which one is more disturbing.
I think I'm just gonna.
I'll take the poison.
Which one do you guys think?
Hey, Green Rocks sent you a DM. Adam, check your DMs on Twitter, please. But yeah, no, this is really fucking disturbing. This is really creepy. I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be, but holy God in heaven. Holy God in heaven, this is fucking scary.
I vote for the meteor.
Yes.
The meteor.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get this off screen because holy God in heaven.
Venom Blade says 3, so I think that's all of the above.
Yeah, please send shots. We need shots after the disturbing things that Adam has just sent us. This is or made us watch. I'm horrified. I think I'm traumatized. I haven't think actual visual I'm sure them is beautiful on the inside. Shout out Kizzy. Thank you for that, dear. That is great. Yeah, Chaya's like, what is that?
Oh, for the love of God. We live in the worst reality.
Oh my God. That's so bad. Yeah, she says
Pearl Harbor Pirate on Rumble says new to the social internet thing. Join to see where the culture is at. Not looking so good. Yeah, no shit, dude.
Okay,
welcome to hell.
No.
We're fixing it. We're trying to fix it.
Exactly. That's the thing. I disagree with that. I think we are actually winning now.
No, we are. I've been saying that for a while now.
Yeah, the wind is at our. As soon as I saw Ripa's first campaign cross $1 million, I was like, this is done. We're winning. Okay, because now we've got Ripaverse stuff we're starting to see animated stuff. They're starting to get to a point where they're going to start working on like animated series and stuff like that in probably the next year or so. So all of those things that we got from comic books as kids is coming back again. It's just in new forms. It's people like Eric July. It's people like Ethan Van Schreiber. It's like our good friend Jason Sandberg. It's like our good friend Hojo. I don't know if he's still listening out there in the chat, but Hojo's Mythicals #2 is funding right now on comic book on fundmycomic.com. Because guess what? The first one was successful. And Hojo's another one of our military veterans out there. And it's a great story. If you liked the Gargoyles show from the 90s back in the day, you're going to love Mythicals. You're gonna love Mythicals. We've got another guy that's doing like an actual gargoyle series as well, where he has like a former cop and veteran that turns into a gargoyle at night and like fights crime like Batman does. Like there's a lot of incredible stories out there right now that you can just delve yourselves into. We are literally winning. And speaking of winning,
at Chaya's request, a proper cleanse, proper palate cleansing.
That cat is like, I'm gonna eat you soon.
That is the cutest thing ever. I love it. Oh, it's like that's my baby. This is my baby.
He's my old baby puppy.
It's my baby puppy. You know, I'll tell you, that's one of the things. Like I have dogs, and we've got a lot, and I've had a cat, and we have a lot, and my dog and my cat always got along pretty well. But We've got neighborhood cats, but it's like everything else. When they're babies, man, they're babies. Like they don't know the differences. It's just like children, human children. They don't know the difference. So
you're welcome,
dude,
Shy. You're welcome.
What no green rocks.
Hello,
brother.
did it work? I couldn't hear a damn thing, so I figured I'd hop back out and hop back in. Hey, Adam, keep up the good work, man. Your channel is kicking ass. Keep it up, man. I'm proud of you, dude.
Thank you,
keep
buddy.
rolling.
Appreciate you,
yes, it is my birthday, so I'm a little bit wasted, but I wanted to drop by, say what's up.
Happy birthday,
and thank you, man. Thank you. And I'm going to give you an exclusive on this channel. Adam already knows this, and most of the Legion members already know this. I did serve, just not in the American Army.
Right.
So do not give me any congratulations or thank you. But big shout out to Adam for creating a channel for vets. Not exclusively for vets, but for everybody. So big shout out to you. Congratulations on the channel, man.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, man. You've been kicking ass. I've been seeing it. Keep up the good work, my dude.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Appreciate the hell out of you, man.
Rocks, I know what you mean as far as not serving in the American military, but brother, you're still a veteran. Trust me. You guys went through plenty of shit.
Yeah,
you belong here just as much as any of the rest of us.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it, but I don't deserve it as much as the American ones. The American ones are the ones putting their lives in the front lines for the rest of us. So big shout out to those who actually have done something for our country. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Of
What are you doing
course,
for your
man.
birthday right now, dude? Other than just getting wasted.
You know me. I don't normally go on stream wasted, but I figured, fuck it. It's vets talking. It's fucking vets talking. Who gives a shit? My mom came to visit me during my birthday, which is great. So I got some good Indian and Iraqi food. Yes, I'm part Indian and I'm part Iraqi, so I get flavor in my life, which is fantastic. And tomorrow I'm going to be hanging out with my homie Bravo. He's coming over and having some great food, and making pumpkin pie, which is my crack. So, yeah, I'm very excited for that, and I got a big shout out from Jessica Reloaded. If you guys don't know her, she's fantastic. Go check out her channel. She sung me happy birthday as well. She was the second person to wish me happy birthday in song besides my own mother. So shout out to you, Jessica Reloaded, if you're watching.
Should we sing Rock's happy birthday? You guys want to sing Rock?
Oh God, no.
Well,
Please, a bunch of men singing happy birthday to me is super gay. So please
No,
don't.
if we do, we have a tradition on how we sing it here in Vets Talking. It always means in the worst possible way. Everyone in the typical Vets Talking manner. Let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
I'm sorry. In my 34 years of living, this was the best happy birthday song I've ever heard. So thank you very much. I appreciate you all.
Cheers, Rock.
Cheers,
I know I'm one of the guys, but I'm a chick. Just saying.
I'm viewing this through my phone, and you have to remember I have whiskey glasses on, so I can't see shit. But shout out to you.
Thanks.
Like literally, everybody is so fucking small on my phone. This is goddamn ridiculous.
Since you're on your phone.
Tiff, go put on the bikini.
No, I'm not putting the bikini on.
Oh, green haired anti-liberal. Shout out to you. You're in Colorado, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, I was just gonna. Since you're near Brahma, are you out here?
Yeah, I'm in the Springs.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yo, hit me up on Twitter. I honestly want to do more stuff in the future, and I would love to collaborate with more content creators within our community. So if you are in the Springs or in Colorado in general, please DM me. I would be more than happy to create more content with y'all.
Cool. Yeah, I'll hit you up. That's awesome.
Yeah, okay. Let's make that my birthday wish. There we go.
There you go.
Perdido says, green-haired anti-liberal shout out to recognize her boobs.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
I still feel them.
I mean, I can't recognize shit because everything is super small. Green-haired anti-liberal. I'm not saying your boobs are small. I'm just saying I can't see them.
I told her she had to go get the bikini on. She needs a better shirt on. That's why.
Come on, green-haired anti-liberal. I was invited on randomly, and you're not getting in the bikini. Like, come on. You're gonna insult the Legion of Lemurs leader that way? I see how it is. Okay, no. I get it.
For all things, come on.
Why does everybody hate me?
Find the clip. It's on the internet. Clip.
Everybody hates me. No. It's all good.
It's on Dermy's channel, not mine.
Introduction on Ballbusters every night. I was the first time I was on Ballbusters last night, and I'd never seen that intro before, and I was like, holy shit, he made Tiff dancing in the bikini as part of his fucking intro.
Well, at least it wasn't a Twitch stream.
Right.
What?
That's true.
Exactly.
I said at least it wasn't a Twitch stream.
Yeah. No, I'm not a Twitch ethot. I'm just a vet.
Adam, did you see that video?
Want to touch the hiney?
You see what video?
The Twitch thought who was literally dancing topless.
Yeah.
She had the banana boobs going on. She literally had banana boobs going on, so like it was under the camera.
Yep.
I did not see this. Is that something we can play on here?
You know what? There's no nudity, so technically, maybe.
Somebody finds that. Go ahead and share it. I'll play it on here.
Oh,
this is
God,
Skinemax Saturday, after all. I have no problem.
Okay, Adam, give me a second. If I pop out, it's because my fucking internet is shit. Give me a second.
All right, no problem.
I commented on
Yeah, I
it
was
somewhere.
saying I saw it on my timeline earlier, so if I go down it a whole bunch, I probably might be able to find it.
Open in Chrome browser. Okay, let's.
Just because I haven't played, I'm going through so many videos now. We haven't played in so long. Just because I haven't played this in a while, this is fun. Let's watch this.
Fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face. Now, I don't know what kind of pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to head down there, and I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're going to have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up.
I put it in the private chat.
All right.
You know, I'm looking at my, trying to find topics for like Legion of Memers stream. You get some really weird bookmarks, and I'm hoping Twitter doesn't think I'm a pervert by trying to find it.
We all go through that whenever we're doing.
Hey, no, it's not there. It's not there. All right. Props to me for not being a fucking perv.
Green hair found it. She's the perv.
Wait.
All right, go green hair. No. She's looking for comparison. She's not looking like us. Check it. No boobies. No. Excuse me. No. How do you say it? Areolas.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what is the? Is this just so
Double
she gets
standard.
paid? So she gets money? What?
Yeah. She's just just her dream.
Adam, I've seen your muscular body. You got to start doing this on Twitch.
Okay, that sounded really weird.
With the vein mask.
If Adam thought he could make money at it, he would do it in a
Now we
heartbeat.
know what No Green Rocks is ready to subscribe to on Twitch now. It all makes sense
Hey man,
now.
it's a sacrifice to make content for the Legion of Memers. That's what somebody needs to put Az's face on this after he's in jail.
Yeah.
Lord.
What? I don't know what it is. She looks fake. Like there's something fake about the texture of her skin. I don't know if it's a filter or what.
She just oiled.
Bro,
up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. She kind of looks like a dude.
Yeah, she does. No, you're absolutely right.
Those shoulders look really kind of strong and
and her entire like her face like this. It's very manly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, listen, sweetheart. I don't mean to insult you by any means whatsoever, but you kind of look like a dude.
Yeah. That's a man. No, I'd have to inspect those titties to validate the reality there if they're real.
Well, yeah, he needs a handful to make sure they're real.
That's right. I am a federal booby inspector after all.
At least 2 handfuls. You gotta get
at least 2. You need 2 handfuls. Oh wait, we picked up a bunch of viewers for that. I gotta put that back up.
I'm sorry, boobs of that size that aren't.
I'm sorry for turning that off.
Fake. No, those are fake.
Yeah, they do.
That high up on her chest, no, they'd be drooping.
There's no doubt about that. Yeah, most of the time, if they're like, that's the other thing too, is this looks like a kind of muscular woman to begin with too, and that's one of the things you can always tell from right away is like any of the women that are like very strong and generally go to the gym a lot, like especially the bodybuilders, they all have fake tits. Because you can't become that muscular as a woman and not end up losing all of your tits. It's just
that's I forget the exact term of the fat, but it's fat that's in the boobs. So yeah, when you lose weight, when you're cutting weight, you're gonna lose your boob fat. When she tilts her head up, I don't see an Adam's. Look right there. There's no Adam's apple though.
So Cliff in chat says she's a fitness muscle chick. Trust me, I looked her up. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Okay.
Somebody checked out the OnlyFans.
He did his research.
He tagged you in something on Twitter.
Adam, this was for scientific purposes, for no other reasons.
Yes. This is we're doing science. All right, trust the science. Damn it.
Science.
Listen. When it comes to science and fact checking, nobody's going to judge you. Except for the entire legion of memers.
Chai, I'm not married. What are you talking about?
Oh my God,
I have no idea what this conversation is going on here since I've been.
Listen, my dude. Married or not married, anybody can look at art.
That's damn right. And we're doing art and science here. All right.
Exactly. This is a YouTube. This is for scientific purposes only and commentary.
Well, this is art. Everyone has to remember this is art. That's what you get away with it. You can do naked yoga on YouTube.
As long as it's a two-way street, who cares?
As long as it's considered art, it's okay. But you can't eat a banana on stream. You can't eat a banana on stream without getting nuked, especially if you're a dude. But as long as you consider it art, you can do naked yoga on YouTube.
All right, Adam. Tell you what. For art reasons, we'll just show our hairy assholes. For YouTube.
No, I think
and there goes the viewership.
All right, I do apologize. I've been drinking a little bit. Hail to you,
good,
and
dude.
thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Appreciate you.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Happy birthday. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Thank you, my brothers, my sisters. Green hair anti-liberal, hit me up on Twitter. I am dying to at least see if we can go to a bar and get them to change it to Friday Night Tights on the TV. So give me a heads up, and we'll all hang out, have some fun. I'm dying to create more content, so give me a heads up.
Oh, keep this in mind. No Green Rocks. I'm trying to work it out. I've already made this announcement on here. I'm trying to work it out that at some point we're going to get Chrissy Mayer is going to come here to Lake of the Ozarks and do a show. I've got a location for her. We're just trying to get that locked in.
Give me. Let me know. I'll make the connection for you.
No. I've already talked to her. No, I've already got the connection for all that. It's just that, I'm finding a location for her to do a comedy act out here. But what I'm going to do is when that happens, I'm going to turn that into also like a Midwest Friday Night Types meetup, like a fan meetup.
Oh, no. I'm not going to do that because she's going to destroy me on stage.
Well, I'm just saying, just keep that in mind that it looks like we may be able to do that around late of next year. Probably in the fall is probably what's going to happen. But we're going to try to see. And I'm also talking to Drunk 3PO because he wants to come out to Silver Dollar City.
Listen, you've already had Drunk 3PO on your stream, which is something the Legion hasn't done. So big shout out to you for fucking landing that, dude. You've been hitting the strides. You've been doing really well. Keep up the good work, my dude.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But my point is, like, I'm trying to see if I can get Chrissy here and Drunk 3PO at the same time. That would be a great way. If we get the word out, I want to try to see how many people we can get here for a good, proper, fun fan meetup.
It would be a huge.
Wait, okay, so I do apologize. My American geography is dog shit. What is the Ozarks?
Dead center of the country, central Missouri.
It's like 2 states.
Missouri.
It's
Is it Missouri or Missouri?
It's. I have never met anybody who actually calls it Missouri and is serious about it. It's like an old timer type thing.
It's
okay.
a 14-hour drive.
From us?
It is the geographical center of the country.
Yeah.
No. Colorado is this geographic. No. Don't play that game with me. I know where Colorado is.
No. Missouri is the geographical center of the country. There's the spot of it here in Missouri.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
It's only 10-hour drive.
Yes, everyone's right. The proper pronunciation is misery.
Yes.
Okay. Green hair, anti-liberal road trip. Let's go.
All right. My bro and I do it all the time. Let's do it.
Yeah, fucking Dermy Wermy is only like 4 hours away from here too.
And actually, friggin' 10 hours is nothing for me and my brother. So.
Well, I mean, Dermy is in Kansas, so we do a road trip. We get everybody going. We'll have to see how that works, but
yeah,
content is king.
Yeah,
that would actually work out for you guys. Yeah, he's like on the fucking main highway that drives right through. So, by the way, that will be the downside for you guys in your road trip. I went to Colorado for training one time, and I had to take that drive through Kansas, and it's the most god awful, boring, want to fucking stab myself in the fucking eye drive of my fucking life going through Kansas to Colorado.
Listen. I've driven from New York to Colorado before, picking up a car, and it's not that bad. But I don't recommend doing it. I don't recommend doing it in a day and a half.
Yeah, I tried to do it one straight drive, which actually it ended up not being one straight drive because the rear end of my truck went out. The entire rear end needed to be replaced halfway through, and thank God, at least I was stranded in Salina, where it was big enough they even had a brewery there. So I was stuck there for 3 fucking days. So yeah, given how long and awful and fucking so much area of nothing that there is to drive through, I got so lucky getting stuck in Salina at least.
When I came back, I was hallucinating. I'm not kidding you. I was hallucinating on the drive back. I was about 4 hours away from Colorado, and I was literally hallucinating. I was to my brother. I was like, hey, man, I think I was hallucinating on the drive back. He's like, bro, are you a fucking idiot? You should have stopped. I'm like, complete the mission, get it over with. That's how it works.
I had because my ex joined the Air Force about 3 months before I did because of her job. She was able to go in before I did. And me and her best friend drove from Kansas City, Missouri, all the way down to San Antonio, Texas for Lackland for her graduation. And we did it in one shot, both directions going back.
Bro, that's painful. Dude, guys, don't pull that shit.
No, it was so bad. Like by the end, like when we were getting down there wasn't too bad, but on the way back, like I drove the majority of the time, even though we were taking her friend's car. Like I still ended up driving the majority of the time because I'm a guy, I'm a man. That's just what I felt like I was doing. Especially because her best friend was like literally, chick was 1 inch taller than what would be qualified as legally a midget. Like she was like literally 90 pounds sopping wet. So it's just one of those like that's just kind of like I'm a guy.
Yeah.
I know. Dude,
common nerds like spin them around on top. He just spins them around like a lazy Susan on top of him.
No. She was my ex-girlfriend at the time, my girlfriend at the time's best friend. So no, her and I, and honestly, she was way too skinny. Though I didn't really find her attractive because of how.
Did you ask her to sing you the Oompa Loompa song? You kinky fuck.
But that would have been funny. But dude, I was like, we pulled over like. I don't dip very often, but like we pulled over at a gas station in Oklahoma because like literally you driving through Oklahoma and it's kind of like some of the other cities where they have these giant concrete barriers. And I'm like literally falling asleep and missing like sections of the highway. And so like I finally pulled off. I was like, look, I got to get energy drinks and a can of Copenhagen because she wouldn't let me smoke in her car. And so I was like, I need a can of Copenhagen and the nicotine and the caffeine to keep me awake. So I was fucking dipping Copenhagen and slamming like, the big, like the 30 pounds,
the nicotine helps.
Oh, dude, I was.
Have you driven through
I don't encourage smoking. I don't encourage smoking or nicotine addiction in any way, but for long drives, it certainly does help.
It's a great stimulant, and man, yeah. By the time we got home, it was like we drove through Colombia and all that kind of stuff. When we finally got back home, and it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. Dude, I went home. I just straight fell in that fucking bed, and I crashed the fuck out for like 12 hours. Like that was the worst drive I had ever done. God.
Hey, Nick, you were trying to say something earlier.
I was gonna say you're from St. Louis, right?
No, well, I'm not even from Missouri. I'm actually originally from Vermont, but I've lived here at Lake of the Ozarks, which is central Missouri. So I'm like
Vermont? Are you currently in Missouri?
Say it again, Nick.
You're currently in Missouri?
Central Missouri, yes.
I hear that there's some pretty good pizza in Missouri, actually.
I heard somebody say something about St. Louis pizza. I don't know. I know I can definitely tell you that here at the lake we have like 3 or 4 different locations that are just like locally owned shit that is fucking amazing pizza.
I love how Adam just goes here at the lake, like it's like, oh yeah, I live near a lake, guys. Yeah, I'm not fancy at all. Motherfucker, you live near a goddamn lake.
I live on the lake. My fucking place here is actually lakeside.
Mr. Fucking fancy pants. I live in the Hamptons. What the fuck are you living in a goddamn lake for?
Do you know what the nickname of this place is? It's the Redneck Riviera, which I love that, everyone knows that that's my favorite whiskey, but this place is known as the Redneck Riviera. It's central bumfuck fucking Missouri. They just so happen to fucking dam this river up and turn it into a man-made lake, and it's privately owned by the electric company, so there's very little regulation here. That's why that it's allowed to be shore-to-shore fucking condos, restaurants, and bars all over the place. This is the fun lake, dude. But it is
Mr. Fancy
Pants. Shit. There's nothing fancy about this place, dude. Everyone around here
shut up. No, bro, I've been seeing your fucking streams about I'm going hiking. You're near a lake. You fucking classy ass bitch.
Oh, because I go hiking? You use that as your example? Because I'm going hiking?
Because you go hiking near a goddamn lake, like rich people.
I'm not near like you're surrounded by the lake wherever you go around here.
To give you some background, Colorado has shit lakes. So the fact that you live by one.
Well, look, Rox,
I don't live by one. I live on one.
Green-haired anti-liberal knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, we have lakes around us, but it's not like actual, like, hey, I'm gonna walk to it. The closest fucking it's not a lake. I've got a pond, and like it's right down the block, and they got shootings happening every goddamn 2 minutes. Yeah, so like you're fucking lucky.
But lake doesn't automatically mean rich. I got a lake near me, and it's full of goose shit. Does that mean I'm fucking rich?
Wow. Yes. If you live by a bed of water that's not a pond. If you live by a bed of water that's not like an area where like mosquitoes go and hang out, you're fucking rich.
Rox, I literally live on the Gulf of Mexico. Okay.
Oh, okay. Listen.
Everywhere.
just because people hop out of the pond going hola, 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 like fish, like. Sorry.
I have. This is the best part about Texas. We can drive on our beaches. We can camp on our beaches. We pay money so that way we can continue to drive on our beaches. We have the longest line of beaches in the entire country here in the state of Texas because of the Gulf of Mexico, and they are great.
Well, okay, maybe beaches, but so this is actually what Lake of the Ozarks is. It's also called the Magic Dragon because it looks like a fucking dragon on the main channel.
Okay, how high do you have to be to see this as a dragon?
Well, look at this. Okay, the main channel I'm highlighting here, this big squiggly line, because you look at it looks like a fucking old Chinese dragon. Not all the fucking branches coming off, but the main channel, which is this main section right here in the middle. This is what they refer to as the.
Are you hovering your mouse over it? Because I can't see.
Oh, you can't see the mouse.
It looks like an S.
It's too small.
Yeah, you see the part that looks like an S. Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm zooming in right now. Oh, I see it.
This is why wherever you go, you're surrounded by the fucking lake. It really is just really giant fucking rivers, but it's called a lake though. But yeah,
okay, that's pretty cool.
It's got more shoreline than all of California because of all the fucking branches and everything.
All right. So okay, I will rescind my previous statement. If you are on the coast, you're a rich person living near water. But if you are not by the coast and you are in the center of the country, you're probably poor. Guys, send some super chats to Adam so he can actually move to a better location.
Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe to his channel. Use his coffee brand coffee code, and you know, help him keep. Adam, what's your coffee brand coffee code?
Vets, VETS Vets, get 10% off.
There you go. Quartering, if you're watching, you better promote this shit.
And
shout out to Jeremy for that too, though. Like make it to where any of us, like I've got a code, Adam's got a code, Legion's got a code. Like that is so fucking cool of him to like that's something you don't like literally any of us with a YouTube channel could apply, or any of us with any kind of social media standing can apply and get that. That is so fucking cool for
and
me.
if you apply, Adam, do me a favor. You do have an affiliate link for people who can apply. Share that on the tweet.
No, I've got my affiliate link is up at the top of the chat. It's pinned at the top.
So do me a favor, everybody. If you have a small YouTube channel and you know that nobody's going to sponsor you or anything, use Adam's link. One, it helps him, but it will also help you because your first affiliate is probably your most important. And getting the Quartering as your affiliate, whether you like his content or not, will help you out in the long run. So go apply for the affiliate link. Use Adam's code so people know Adam sent you, and just help out the channel and help yourself out. And create a commercial. Adam, you know.
Oh, I've got my commercial plays at the beginning of every ad on here, or every Yep.
I'm a dog shit at promoting. I'm absolute dog shit at promoting. But as you all know, I'm the leader and creator and founder of Legion of Memers, and I always watch out for my guys. And for people I know in this community, Common Nerd knows. If there's anybody who's looking to promote anything, I reach out to those kind of people. So
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, support Adam in any way you can.
So what I'm showing here, this is actually where I go hiking to every time. This is Tonka State Park, and this is so fucked. So this is a mansion that was built on the top of this hillside here. Has an amazing, like the best view of the fucking, it's just a small arm of the lake, but it's an amazing view up here. And they built this fucking thing like in around World War I, like 1919, I think they built this. And 1 year after it was done, it burnt down.
Oh shit!
Oh god!
This is all the way up on. So they actually had to use fucking donkeys and carts and all that kind of shit to come all the way up this fucking tall ass fucking hill to spend years to build this motherfucker. Just so that 1 year later it fucking burned down. But at least now it's an amazing fucking hike to go up to this place though. It's one of those things. Hey, Rose, familiar with this? Haha Tonka. Yep. Fucking one of the most beautiful places you can go to the lake on here. And yeah, that's you're right. That's my thing. That when I go hiking, I just get motivation. I'm clearing my head, so I get motivation to talk about shit. So that's why I film my shorts and all that shit on there while I'm doing that. Yeah, sometimes shirtless.
Cool shit. Yeah, it's hot out, man. You gotta get the summer's hot out, man.
Oh, hot as fuck,
yeah. For tips.
Well, Missouri summers are humid as fuck, dude. Like that's one of the things I do. Like Clinton House and I were talking about it in the chat. It's like, look, I moved this far south for a reason. Okay, I hate the cold. I hate the ice. I hate dealing with that shit. Like there's a certain moist cold that happens in Missouri that literally gets into your bones. And I have never found anything besides a hot bath and a hot shower that gets that out of your bones. So yeah, I'll live in the South all day. I'll deal with the 100 degrees in the summer as long as I got a breeze, which is why I live on the coast, because we almost always have a breeze. I can handle just about any temperature as long as you give me a breeze, dude. I can't stand the cold. It makes my bones ache. It makes my bones ache.
No. As long as there's no sand involved, I'm like Anakin Skywalker. I hate sand. I hate where it gets in. I hate. No. Sand is where I draw the line. Listen, guys, I gotta bounce, but thank you, Adam, for sending me the link.
Happy birthday, Rox!
Happy birthday,
Thank you, my dudes. I'm gonna go popping around other streams because my birthday I feel a little bit more generous. But keep up the good work, Adam. Keep killing it and keep trending, my man. You know. Hey, Nick, you're the motherfucker who encouraged. Nick, you're the one who encouraged it because you yelled at me I should be at this meetup and that meetup. So
that's true. So you slide in people's streams, you pull out, and then you pluck into another, and then repeat the process. You are sick, but don't ever.
Nick, when we go to the Friday Night Tights meetup in Vegas, which I'm trying to make this year, we are going to drink till our faces fall off because I got to drink of the Rockstar.
Oh, dude.
Big chat.
And you might keep it back on.
No, I'm glad that Rox brought that up. FYI, friendly FYI. The next time Rox is on my channel, and every time Rox is on my channel, we currently have a donation goal, right? If we get to $1,000,
I fucking hate you, common nerd.
On Rox will be forced to watch The Princess Bride with me and Sunker Maiden, who is Serenity 2 Witches on the Geeks and Gamer Table Chops. She's Silent Witch in the Geeks and Gamers Gilded. She's a very great girl. She drinks a lot. She's pretty. And we're all going to make Rox watch The Princess Bride with us if we hit $1,000.
And camera
rants and Rumble rants.
I can't believe I agreed to this shit.
Yes. So come subscribe to my Rumble. Come follow me. Rox is going to be a pretty regular guest over there over the next few weeks. We're going to make sure that we get to that $1,000 because we're going to make, and I'm going to split it with Rox. Rox and I are going to split it. Rox is going to
listen, guys, I bought a camera specifically for the Friday Night Tights meetup in Vegas. So I'm going to be making a video about it. So if you want to support us and support the Legion and support me getting over there, go subscribe to the Common Nerd on Rumble. I will be doing it once like Common Nerd and I figure out a schedule for me to be on the show. Please go do that. And I fucking hate everybody who's going to fucking dono, but I'll goddamn do it.
And for Clinton House, it's only $1,000 for What's the Princess Bride. Why would we do that for free? That is a good movie. Okay, so
that was my question. Why do you want to see it?
Rox, why don't you explain why you hate that movie so much?
Okay, listen, I grew up religious for the majority of my life, and I had a girlfriend who was something called Shomer. That means they don't touch the opposite sex. But she would watch that movie every night before she went to bed, which completely turned me off of that movie. And every time somebody brings it up, I say, I fucking hate it. Don't mention it. I don't care about it. I'll make memes off of it. No problem. But I have actively been avoiding it. So if, like, I want you guys to understand the reason why it's so much is because I severely don't want to see it. So if you guys want me to suffer, go donate to the Common Nerds channel and say whether I'm on there or not. Say this is for the No Green Rocks donation for fucking Princess Bride. But if you do, just know I will hate you, but I will also love you. So
well, because half the money is going to go to Rox, and Rox is going to use that.
That's paying for my flight ticket.
Yeah, it's going to pay for his next meetup. And honestly, if we do hit that, as long as I can cover all my bills, I will do my best bet to use the other half of that to do the exact same thing. Even if it's just me by myself, I will do my best to try to make it to the next meetup with Rox.
Listen, I don't care. I don't care whether I can make it to the meetup or not. If you get $1,000 at the end of the day, I will do it. $1,000 period. I don't care. As long as you get that, I will suffer through it.
Yes, and we're gonna live stream it all, FYI, because Rumble is really cool about that. They
Yeah,
understand what
yeah.
fair use is, so we can live stream it over there on Rumble and Twitter and Kick and Odyssey and all those kind of places. And it's gonna be a really good time. It's gonna be a really good time.
All right, my brothers. Listen, I gotta hop on a different stream, but Adam, thank you for sending me the link. I love all of you, Green Herd Anti-Liberal. My DMs are open. Let me know what your schedule is, and we'll all hang out because I want to get shit going in Colorado. So let's keep the fellowship open to everybody, and let's keep rocking, guys. Keep up the good work.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Happy birthday, brother. You're gonna keep it open. You got a lot of holes to fill, man. So
Yeah, hey, you can help me out with it. There are more than 3 holes, my friend. Good night, everybody.
Good night, buddy. Take care. Happy birthday, man. Hey, anyone curious what if Dermy and Rachel Zegler had a kid would look like?
No, I already saw it. Stupid Kenzo.
Oh yeah, it's really gay.
Ugh.
It's really hit. It's pretty funny. Why?
That's disturbing as fuck.
I actually like my life. I
I'm
don't
see the other one?
curious where the hell Rock found a third hole on himself. Like,
You have ears.
It's so bad.
Oh, hey, we got another Twitch thought.
Yeah, I think they've been popping up all day.
I'm
People have been finding them.
Yeah, so they're people are popping them into my fucking the Twitter feed.
Yeah, I saw that.
What the
I saw
fuck?
that.
We got another one. She's got fucking cow ears on. So this is
Yeah,
what you
isn't
can get
that
away
like
with
just
now.
a goal is just to be as weird as
So
possible?
this is the new pool, hot tub.
The new hot tub stream.
Yeah,
Like, this
the
is,
new
like,
hot tub
literally
meta.
Oh, there's
remember-
multiples.
Oh,
Remember when they used to get mad with like the bikini
He used to do the hot
streams?
tub. It's in the background.
She's literally fucking topless. They're literally fucking topless and doing this shit. What the
fuck? This came. What is it? Is that a whole hot dog just came out of the bird? Did you see that?
There's the girl again.
Hold on. I gotta back this up.
Thanks for the awesome. Thank you for the prize.
Shut up! I don't want to hear you. Look at the bird.
She looks fake.
Why the fuck
Like,
are you?
they
Look at this bird on the left.
like,
Look at the bird on the
baby
left.
oil. No one is paying attention to the bird, Adam.
It
Boobs.
It's funny.
Boobs.
The bird fucking hurled up an entire fucking hot dog solid.
What's the point of this? Am I missing
perverts.
Making money
perverts and making
money.
It's for perverts.
without selling their
What's the
badges.
point? Well, now what's the whole gist of giving money to it? Is it for the tease? I'm genuinely I don't understand this.
I don't either, dude.
See, I can't answer
Okay,
that.
so I'm not alone on this because I really like I'm so far removed from whatever
This is for the
that's
people
going on Twitch.
This is for the people who are alone and have nothing else.
See, when I was alone, and there was that was the thing. Once upon a time, I just ate a lot of pizza and drank more booze, and it was great. And just read more comics and put on loud metal records. I didn't need this. I don't get it. I don't like. I was the type of dude when I went to parties. I went there to party like I was Charlie Sheen.
I was just gonna ask, is this for like?
I was thinking
like
about validation on social media. I want to fucking be by winning. I was like, setting cardboard on fire in the front lawn, banging beer cans against my head. To me, that's greatness. And I see
they're doing it for money.
Feel great.
You know what it is? Okay. So it's the same thing. Like I've had conversation with people like talking about like going to a football game when it's a $400 ticket for a seat and $80 for all the food and beer and everything. You know why they can charge that much? Because people will pay the money for it. You know why these people are doing this? Because people will pay the money to watch them do it.
Wow,
that's why.
I mean, hey, I'm not gonna knock on her, but I'm just trying to figure out why people would actually pay for this. I'm genuinely trying to understand. No, to me, at the end of the day, you're trying to get that money. I can't say I always support it, but people are trying to. I'll take capitalism over other alternatives. I'll just say so. But for the guys to pay for it, I'm like, what do you actually get from it? I'm trying to like understand what do you get from it. Like,
I think it's probably like any other dopamine hit, the engagement for people that really need that attention.
Because she when they give money, she's saying their name, and they think that they are interacting with her. They think that means that like they are a part of her. Like I don't know. I can't properly fucking explain it, but it's
it almost sounds like the age-old guy who's at the strip club says, "Hey, that stripper really likes me."
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that was one of the things, like when I was in the military, like I had a lot of my buddies that would like to go to the strip club and stuff like that. And it was never a thing for me because I'm like, why am I going to like, we went to Pensacola when I was in Pensacola, we used to go to the strip clubs in Pensacola, but that's because they were the only places that would serve beer until 6 a.m. And so we would go sit at a table in kind of like the back of the strip club and just like have them bring us pitchers of beer after the other bars closed down. And we weren't even interested in the girls because I always thought the strip club was the most pointless thing in the world. Why am I going to go to a strip club and spend potentially $100 or more, which I've seen guys drop stupid money at a fucking strip club? Why am I going to spend $100 at a strip club on a girl that I know 99 out of 100 times I am not going to take home? Whereas I could take back in the day, $50 or $60 and take a girl out to a nice dinner, or, spend that $100 and take a girl out to a really nice dinner, get her a few drinks and actually have the potential to take her home at the end of the night. Strip clubs always seemed like one of the most pointless things to me on the face of the fucking planet.
Oh, sure, but when you're a young, dumb fucking 20-something-year-old, you fucking love the shit out of it. Rob, you ever hang out Bragg for a long period? You ever been to a strip club at Fort Bragg?
Yeah. No, but when I was younger and when I was stationed in Fort Carson, when I was a young teenager, 18, 19, that was my first experience, and it was a thing there. I actually remember this guy in my platoon. His last name I'll never forget, because he would spend his entire paycheck at Deja Vu. If you're from the Springs, if you're familiar with that area, Deja Vu was like the spot. It's right off Fort Carson, right out the back gate, and he would spend every single dollar on cartons of cigarettes and Deja Vu. And then he would be broke until the next payday, and he'd go right back there. But it was a thing back then.
I've seen a lot of that too. Yeah, a guy who's in a unit. The guy was not bright. He's a really nice guy, but he's one of those guys just not smart. And he married a fucking stripper at in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And when we were deployed, she fucking took everything from him. Yeah,
there's always that guy.
There's always that guy. And he fucking believed her. He thought that he wasn't a good looking guy either. It's like he's just fucking ignorant. But I did want to ask if there's anybody in the chat or anyone else who's been to Fort Bragg and is familiar with Sharky's in Fayetteville, Vietnam. Because Sharky's, here's the one thing that I will say that ends up actually making a strip club be good and worthwhile is we would go there for lunch, still in our BDUs and everything, because they had a $10 steak fucking lunch with all the fucking serving potatoes, green beans, fucking everything. $10 fucking dollars. It was fantastic fucking food, and you get to sit there and watch some fucking titties flopping around, then go back to work. That was fucking nice. I enjoyed the fuck out of that.
Common, you need to think about your phrasing, because you literally said me and the guys would go to that strip club, we'd all be back there, and we wouldn't be interested in the girls. So you're at a table with a bunch of dudes not interested in the girls. Come on, man.
Like, it's okay, gay all you want, because it's new. We weren't gonna waste our money on trying to tip strippers.
I wouldn't tip either, but I'd be looking at them over my friends.
Obviously we were looking, but it's like we're not gonna fucking go sit up at the table like some of those desperate motherfuckers that want to drop.
I guess I'm gonna sound really gay because I only went to one once, and I was in my early 20s, and all I did was watch the White Zombie music video on the TV. And take the free booze that was given to me.
I've been to a lot of military bases, and Deja Vu is a very common strip club around military bases.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Dude, well, we didn't have a Deja Vu, but on Bragg Boulevard, which is outside one of the main gates, it is just the entire fucking boulevard is just pawn shop, strip club, pawn shop, strip club, pawn shop, strip club, pawn shop, strip club, pawn shop, strip club. I am only exaggerating by a little fucking bit. It is that is all Bragg Boulevard is.
That's every military base.
Yeah,
Well,
I was gonna say because like
the really big ones though.
Yeah.
My mom was stationed in Fort Riley, and they had a place outside of Fort Riley called the G Spot. It was called Gingers, and literally they had guys like Gingers would step on motherfuckers in high heels. And they had army guys that would come in that couldn't complete their duty because they were so bruised and abused. They
Hi,
would
gals, brother.
Hi, guys, brother.
Hi.
They would literally get Article 15s because they were so fucking beat up by what Gingers would do to them, and then try to go to work the next day. It was like, you guys are fucking dumb.
You guys talking all this shit on strip clubs. You do know that I own a strip club.
Of course you do.
I'm just glad Common Nerd said duty.
Hold on. She's got a joke.
It's called the Battered Beaver, and it's it's not the best joint, but
why is it battered?
We actually have a lake bar here, lake restaurant that it's something else now. Somebody bought it, but it's called Beavers. And they had all the t-shirts and everything. It was completely intentional. They just drove right into the fucking joke. Beavers. Yep.
Nice.
That's that's nothing that shows how non-bougie this place is. We got Beavers. We got a place called Dick's
Dick's
Halfway
Halfway In.
Yes, you know.
Yeah, I know Dick's Halfway In. Hell yeah.
There's there's a Dick.
So fucking great.
Now they got a fucking a souvenir shop, Dick's at the Dam, off of the Bagnell Dam Boulevard, Bagnell Dam Strip. Shit, what are the other ones? Oh, there's so many dirty, fucking, filthy names around here, dude. It's so great.
Oh, dude, that's fun. Dude,
This place is not fancy at all.
That's one of my favorite parts about Missouri, dude. Like, you get out into the rural areas, and it's just like most states, right? You get out into the rural areas, and guess what? You're gonna be around a bunch of, I don't even want to say conservative.
Country motherfuckers.
Country motherfuckers, just libertarian kind of don't give a fuck kind of folks that are willing to make the crude jokes, willing to make all the nasty stuff. And guess what? Everybody loves it. And if you don't love it, guess what? We tell you to fuck off and go away. Because that's the best part about that. Get the hell out of these big damn cities.
Yeah.
Get out like Nick. Nick got out into the suburbs and all of a sudden his whole world was popped, right? All of that kind of stuff. Get the hell out of these big cities. Find you a rural area or find you even a town that's just more chill. I live in a town of over 300,000 people, but it's a beach town. Everybody around here is chill as fuck. It's literally 9 steps of Kevin Bacon in my town. Okay. Like I met a girl at a bar that I had seen 3 or 4 times. We'd even chit chatted. I ended up working with her brother on the base. All right. Find you a town like that. Get the hell out of these big cities. Get the hell out of these bubbles. Stop dealing with this BS. You are going to be so much happier.
You call that a small town? I live in a town of 3,000 people.
Oh, no. I graduated from a town.
And here I thought my 30,000 was a lot.
Dude, I graduated from a town that had 2,500 people. No, trust me. I get that.
Okay.
Dude, the actual operator, go ahead, Nick.
I passed the town today because we were at like a Christmas gathering today. And there's a town we passed by on the way home, and their population, I saw the sign, was 310.
That's
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a lot of places, especially around Vermont. Yeah, around Vermont, there's a lot of places like that. The population of the lake, again, this is actually a very rural area, and the actual population here is very fucking low. Now, mind you, like the lake is not just one town. It's also messed up. Like if you watch the show Ozark, which is the Lake of the Ozark is based in that show, which is semi. I'm not going to get to that part. But in that show, they make you think that there's one police department and one strip club too, and it really kind of downside. There are multiple towns and cities all around the fucking lake. You saw the map; it's a massive fucking area. So I want to do the math sometime, but Osage Beach, the city I live in, which is actually the biggest city at the lake, is only 5,000 people. So I think if I was going to estimate it, I think that the population of the entire fucking lake is like 25,000, but that's over a very large area. But when you come in here, like Osage Beach, population of 5,000 and our fucking main roads are 5 lanes. You know, two lanes on both sides and a fucking turn lane, because every fucking weekend, hundreds of thousands of people flow in here from Kansas City, St. Louis, and Illinois, Iowa. hundreds of thousands of people, and this place will look like look like fucking Miami or Orlando, but then everyone fucks off, and then during the week, that's why I love living here, then I can go to all these fucking lake bars and not have fucking tourists all over the fucking place, go to fucking pool bars and all this other kind of fun shit, just hanging out with all the friends, all the locals. So,
well, and that's one of the cool parts about living down here in South Texas. I'll just tell everybody. Most people have heard this on my stream before. I'm in Corpus Christi. It's a town of 300,000 people. You ain't gonna fucking find me.
Doxed,
doxed. But it's one of them situations where it's like that's the way it is down here too. Like there's so many places to go. There's so much fun stuff to do. Like you live in a beach town, and during the week, yeah, like I literally outside of like spring break and summer. It's the same way down here. We have our snowbirds that come down every year, and we love our snowbirds that come down during the winter, because they help keep the economy going. But yeah, like during spring break in the summer, they call Corpus the cheap man's Hawaii, because we have so many islands down here, and there are so many islands you can go out there and you can stay on, you can camp on. We've got Goose Island that you can go over there and you can camp out on. You've got Lake Corpus Christi, which you can literally go swimming in. The alligators really aren't much of a problem. You don't actually ever see them. There's supposedly alligators out there. I've camped at that lake 3 or 4 times, never seen a gator. But then at the Gulf, you don't get the gators. You can literally go out there, and I know people that literally live on the beach down here. Like they have their RVs, and that's all they do is live on the beach down here. And like the water in December is like 80 degrees. It's literally like bath water. It's warmer in the air than it is in the water than it is during it's great living on the water. As a kid that grew up in the forest in Missouri, like being on a beach and being on the water, like this is my happy place. Sorry, Devil, go ahead.
No, I was saying, dude, I occasionally go down to Galveston for vacation.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta let you know next time I'm down there, we can hang out.
Oh yes, please do. Like actually, okay, so fun story that's just ridiculous. And this is gonna sound a little pervy, but it's funny because I lived in Kansas, but the first woman that I ever had relations with was actually from Galveston. And it was actually really funny. Because I learned about Galveston and like the snake rattle roundup and like all of that kind of stuff from her. So yeah, I've never been to Galveston, but I definitely want to go.
It's a cool place.
Shout out to
Dermy. Oh, dude, yeah. I think I told. Well, I don't. Did I tell you I spent 2 weeks there? I brought my RV down. I parked the RV. Yeah.
Oh yes, I
parked my RV.
Corpus. That's the reason why.
Yeah. So when I got down, and here's actually what's funny too, is the only reason I ended up in Texas is because I was traveling around with my RV. This is after I'd gone to Colorado. I went to Vegas, saw a bunch of other places. I came back to Missouri, and I don't know how long I was planning. I had no plans, but I came back here because of a buddy's wedding, and it was in the wintertime, and my RV is not a winter RV, but at least that winter was okay until that point. And then this was 2017 was when we had a polar vortex come down from the north.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I literally packed up everything as fast as possible, and I literally ran from the cold. I fucking ditched. I went as far south as possible, and I went down to fucking Dallas. And literally just as fast as possible, so all my pipes won't fucking burst in my goddamn fucking RV. That was the only reason I even found my way down there. But yeah, then I just played everything by ear, and I found myself. I went down to Galveston, and I had some technical issues. I had to go to an O'Reilly's, and this dude at O'Reilly's was so fucking cool. He helped me out with this fucking shit, and then he told me. He sold me a beach pass. There's these beach passes that there's only a limited number on. They weren't selling more. He sold me this for $10 and gave me the advice. He even told me where to park on this beach at Bolivar Peninsula, which you take a fucking ferry ride over. And I parked on the beach, and I lived on the beach for 2 weeks in my RV on the beach on the Gulf of Mexico. And it was the coolest fucking thing ever. And I don't think I've told this on here. 2 nights in a row, biofluorescent waves.
Oh yeah, dude, that's one of the coolest things. We get that.
If anyone's not familiar, biofluorescent waves is the coolest fucking thing. It's like an algae or something in the water.
Yeah, it is. And so what happens is, there's a specific type of algae that blooms, and when it blooms, it creates a bioluminescence in the water, and the water
bioluminescence, that's
glows. It literally glows. Like, we've had that happen down here in Corpus like 3 or 4 times, and the news always tries to report on it so that way everybody can go down and see it, because this is one of the coolest you literally go out to the beach, like literally right down here by Bob Hall Pier, like not even very far at all from where I live. Well, that's the best part about living in Corpus. Nothing's more than 15 minutes away from anywhere, but like because of our highway system is really good, but it's like you literally will go down there and the water fucking glows, and it is
so amazing
shit you have ever seen. It
if you go
you look at look at the stars, right? Because you can see the stars being on the ocean. You can see the stars like nobody's business. It literally looks like there are stars in the water. It is one of the most beautiful things you have ever fucking seen.
If you go ahead, Alf.
I was gonna say, after being on a cruise to the down to the Gulf, anytime you get down to the like those coastal areas down there, everything like pops. Like, you go to the even the ocean, like sitting, like going in port in Mexico, and the water is super blue. Everything is just amazing.
It's not there. It's not where I was there. The water was not blue at all.
Well,
that's dirty fucking water in around that area.
Yeah, I was in Cozumel and around that area, but it was gorgeous.
But yeah, with the bioluminescent waves too, it's so damn cool. Like, you could pick it up, and the water as it flows out, it turns blue. And there's a certain point, right at the point where it's highly saturated in water, and then it's dry sand, and right in between, as you walk on it, you remember the scene in Avatar when he's walking and his steps turn blue? That's what happens. As you walk across, you look behind you, and your steps are blue. It is so fucking cool. That's 2 nights in a row I got to hang out there. And this isn't like me just going down to the beach. I was on the beach. I was sitting there with my fucking fire pit, barbecuing, drinking beer, watching these fucking waves. It was a fucking dream, dude. It was a fucking dream.
That's the best part about Texas too, is you can drive on our beaches. Florida can talk about all the beaches they want. California can talk about all the beaches they want. You can drive on the beaches in Texas. And so you can drive down on them, you can camp on them, and it's great.
You could in Daytona Beach, but they've pulled back on that a lot.
Yeah, Texas.
I went to college in Daytona, so
well, and that's the reason why Texas has the beach passes. Like, those beach passes pay for us to keep our beaches taken care of. And I can't remember what the word they use. It's the same kind of thing that they do when you like not salt roads, but when you clear snow, they do the exact same thing on the beach. They build up the dunes, they clear out the nasty sand that's come in from the water, and so they make it all flat and nice, and they keep it nicely paved so that way your regular car can drive on it. Now, there are certain areas that they will tell you, if you go beyond this sign, you need a 4-wheel drive because you will not make it otherwise. But a lot of the tourist areas and stuff like that, or honestly, even for those of us that are locals, like the family areas, like, they always keep those flat and taken care of. You can go down to Ocean Drive and hang out on the beach. You can go down to over the island. Mustang Island is great if you want seashells. Like, you can go down to Mustang Island. I mean, like the conch shells that a lot of us grew up with, that like the ones you can actually hear the ocean in. Dude, you can drive down to Big Shell. If you've got a 4-wheel drive, you can drive down to Big Shell and find those things all day long. It's so much fun. Jesus, we've got 3 shots we have to get through.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, we got 3 shots. Oh, shit. I didn't see the other one. Holy fuck. Dermy Wermy popped in with a 20.
Wermy! We love you gay bastard!
Obviously, he's been drinking to be intoxicated, to be so damn generous. You fucking game
He's not gay. He's bisexual.
Yeah, well.
He only likes ass. He only likes ass.
Huge dick.
Huge. All right. Well, Dermy gets to mushroom stamp himself.
Hell yeah.
Whoa,
cheers to you, Dermy, you gay bastard.
I think Dermy Wermy's claustrophobe.
Dermy Wermy's claustrophobe? What the fuck?
Claustrophobe.
It's a George Floyd reference.
Nice.
The George Floyd. I don't get it.
Come on. He's like, I'm claustrophobic when he was in the car. He's like, I'm claustrophobic. Oh, did you never ever see that?
No.
Bring it up.
I listened to it, but I don't
the
remember.
full George Floyd clip of when
Yeah.
he was original. What led to him being put on the ground?
Oh,
You never saw
all
it?
the drugs and everything, all the drugs and everything else. Because he was like, he didn't want to get out of the car, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll get out of the car," and like,
he
"All
said
right,
he
we're
didn't
gonna
want
lay
to
you
get out
down
of the car
on the
because he's claustrophobic. He said
Claustrophobic.
he didn't want to be in the car
Get in
because
the
he's
cop car 'cause he was
claustrophobic. He said
claustrophobic, yeah.
claustrophobic.
What's amazing? Yeah, when you watch that full clip, amazing. We're going all the way back to that to fucking 2020 now. But when you watch that full clip, there's another video of when he was arrested before that, and it's the exact same script. He said all the same shit. That's not me, man. That's not me. I'm not that guy. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. He said the same fucking shit, dude.
Yeah. It really
Only difference this time is he's full of fucking fentanyl.
It really
Yeah.
recontextualizes
No,
everything. It really does.
And before we go any farther on this comment on this topic too, I just want to remind everybody, please join Rumble, okay? And this is why I'll tell you this, because next year is an election year, and things are going to get way worse on YouTube. And with a channel like ours, especially Vets Talking, where we talk about politics on Thursday nights, and we don't hide or shy away from this kind of thing, Rumble is going to be so much more important, because we are able to say things on Rumble and get away with stuff on Rumble that we can't get away with on YouTube. And even chat wise, like you guys, Tim Hayes is a prime example. He's got his favorite F word that he loves using on Rumble all the time. And guess what? You can say those things on Rumble. We can talk about those kind of things on Rumble. So please join our Rumble, because you never know, especially with all the politics and all that kind of stuff that's going to happen over the next year with the election and everything else coming on. If something happens, you never know. That might be the only way you can find us. So please follow us on Twitter, follow us on Rumble. We might need those. We might need those things next.
Hey,
year.
you guys remember our vote on number 1 or number 2? Which one was more disturbing? Well, we found number 3.
Go be a Rumble.
Kenzo! No. Good job, Kenzo.
There's number 3, and I'm pretty sure number 3 wins.
Wow.
That is horrifying.
Hey,
it is absolutely horrifying.
Hey, Gal's got to get going soon.
Yeah, me too. I gotta go.
Well, we're gonna take these last couple shots, and we're gonna close up. But if you guys want to just go ahead and fuck off, then fuck off.
Fuck off then.
Can you hang around for the last couple shots, or do you guys gotta go?
I mean, I'm drinking water, but yes, that's fine.
All right. Devil, no pressure. No pressure.
We got.
Well,
Devil, if you want to go now, you can.
Yeah, I'll just dip. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Later, buddy.
Devil.
Check out Devil Made Me Do It video in the description below. But for now, we got to take 2 shots because Clinton House. 10 That's Talking memberships. That's 10 motherfucking Tropic Thunder. That's $50.
Damn it.
$50.
And guess what? Normally I would, because I'm always honest with you guys. Because I've learned my lesson after being blackout drunk 3 times on here. I usually pour a half shot, and normally for a 50 I would do just a full shot. But because it's been a slow night, we haven't been able to get through very many videos. I'm gonna do 2 half shots so we can do more videos. Nice. And I don't know if Nick's ever seen Dermy dance.
No. Okay, I need to set my eyes on fire and bury them 6 feet under.
Dude, I turn my face away from the screen every fucking time, and I imagine something much more attractive whenever he plays that fucking screen, because I have much better bank material in my head that I can think of than oh my god, I fucking hate it.
This is one of my favorite things on the channel now is getting first time reactions by new guests to that video. It's classic every time.
Yes, that's what he just said.
Oh god, yeah, Xwing. I think Xwing is my favorite. He was just like frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat too.
he was my favorite so
Holy
far.
crap. No wonder Xwing was like stunned by it. Seriously, I don't think he'll ever recover from that. I feel like I'm in like a Finkel and Einhorn moment where I need like the pour a plunger to my face and then set my clothes on fire.
Finkel, he was Einhorn. It's Finkel.
Well, we can have a palate cleanser from that by punching Dermy in the nuts.
Come on now.
Hold
That's
on.
number 2
Did
for
you
me,
just
Clinton.
base that clip from Hard Times from Charles Bronson?
Is that what that was?
I think that's from Hard Times from Charles Bronson.
I have no idea. Cheers to you, Clinton House. Much appreciated, buddy. All right. And with that, if anybody else wants to drop in more super chats, would be greatly appreciated. But we're going to go ahead and start closing things out. And since green-haired anti-liberal, our Marine Corps veteran, we call her gal, Oorah, wants to take off, she can go ahead and take off.
I've been up since 3 a.m.
Ooh,
get out of here.
That does suck. Okay, much. You are a trooper, or you are a Marine. That's even better.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. It was fun. It was good to stream with you, Nick. Had a good time.
Oh, good to stream with you.
Yeah.
Gal's the only one ever up,
welcome.
and I'm like,
You're welcome to come on Comic Shop Show or Toxic Tuesday if you ever want to. Just yell at me. So and I will respond when you yell. I will straight up respond. So it'll be great.
I appreciate that.
Pleasure.
And yeah, chat, you guys know where to find me. YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, and Instagram. Green-haired anti-liberal. I keep it simple. Although Instagram, you can look that up, or Tiffany Rose cosplay. Either one will get you to my spot.
Cool.
Yeah, and Horny Alf stream tomorrow, but also Star Trek Engage as well. On whichever channel you feel like going to. I think Alf streams it, and Legion Ryan streams it, and Samuel streams it, and does Devil stream it too?
What, are you talking about Star Trek Engage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stream it. Ryan Legion Games streams it, and a few others. Samuel the Infamous. Yeah, so we multi-stream it, but you can catch it on my channel.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sorry, I'm really, really tired. So that's
no
all
worries.
I can remember right now. Y'all have a good night. You're awesome. I'm not worthless. God.
She's a cunt.
Later,
but
gal.
She's a cunt, but she has her purpose.
Thank you very much. Green-haired anti-liberal, everybody. Nick, you don't deserve to go next. You are going to be last. Horny Alpha just popped in. Where you been, dude?
Dude, between family visiting and being sick, I've been out. So, but it is what it is.
Gotta give you the credit, though. Our new official booker / logistics organizer for Vets Talking, gonna be handling all the fucking logistics of getting people on here. And of course, he is the best booker. Definitely deserves that job. Since reminding everybody that Gary Buechler, Mr. Nerdrotic, will be here, hopefully on January 6th of all dates.
Yeah,
now that better.
Yes,
Now
Nick,
that
Nick,
better
by the way,
happened.
Nick, by the way, that's also our 1-year anniversary.
Ooh.
Yeah. I
so
sent
it's
out.
It's my 3-year anniversary. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
I sent out the invite, and then Miss Neurotic actually got back to me, and I was like, "That's sweet."
Oh, Melissa's
you know?
awesome.
Yeah,
She's
she's
such a
awesome.
good lady.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
But yeah, she got back to me and was like, "Yeah, we'll pencil it in because he's still with Gary's schedule is constantly in flux. So
yes,
you never know if he's going to be on your show." So she's like, "We'll keep it penciled in." So
yeah,
but
and we keep saying it's not a sure thing, but holy shit, Jesse.
Yeah, January 6th. It's funny.
We're
hoping.
I didn't even know you were expecting.
Whoa!
Awesome.
Isn't it like your
not
like your
known?
12th?
You've never
Like your
mentioned
12th
it on
right?
this channel. You've never said anything about it.
Yeah, we've had like a 5th kid on the
Jesse
way
has
for
like 13 kids,
8
man.
months. Yeah, dude.
Jesse's got an army.
I'm doing my best to be an Elon Musk, man. Like, I believe in what he says. He's like, look, we're facing a population crisis. I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. Get on top of each other. We all need to fucking have babies. And if I have to, I'll go fucking full on Elon Musk if I have to. But yeah, nah, the fifth one's on the way, dude. Like,
well, congratulations for reproducing and making a new human being. Awesome.
I gotta give you and Mrs. Commodore credit. You guys are very productive.
Very productive. Yes, we appreciate your productivity.
Hey, I have 5 kids. I think I'm productive.
Well, congratulations to you for reproducing little furry cat eating beans.
So.
That's awesome.
You're a horny elf. That's the least. I would hope that horny replicates into something.
Oh man, Horny, you done with your outro, or you got more?
So tomorrow we got Star Trek Engaged. I think someone already mentioned it. So it's tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central. We're in the first season of the original series. Tomorrow night at 11 p.m. on my channel, and I'm streaming to Vets Talking on YouTube. I'm gonna have Ladies' Night. We're gonna play Party Animals.
Bow wow.
I'm gonna have Horror Amarada, Magitech Mags, a bunch of other ladies. It's gonna be a bunch of ladies. It's gonna be me and a bunch of ladies like beating the shit out of each other. So come check it out. Yes, that should be the music.
We're gonna be gaming. Some serious gaming with the ladies.
But it's gonna be on all my channels and on Vets Talking YouTube. So check it out.
Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate the hell out of you.
Yep.
Big Rob, been quiet tonight, man. You've been up since 3 o'clock too?
Yeah, I'm always up, man. Always up.
Yeah, you're a fucking insomniac. Yeah, been saying that.
Yeah, you don't sleep.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys see my chats in the.
No, I see them. You don't sleep.
I love it. Yeah, so I'll be. I got my insomnia streams Monday, Wednesday at 2 a.m. Eastern time, and then Friday.
I'm still blown away by how well those do. I'm like, why are so many people up this late? And then I'm like, oh yeah, we got a bunch of fucking people who
can't sleep.
Can't sleep and rather just hang out with us on YouTube. Yeah, your fucking stream's doing well, dude. Congrats.
Thanks, man. And then Friday's going to be a fun day. Friday fun day streams at 10 p.m. and then just streaming with you guys.
Cool. Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you. 75th Ranger Regiment retiree, Big Rob. Thank you, buddy. Jesse, the common nerd, Air Force vet.
Well, boys and girls, as you know, you can find me on Rumble since YouTube doesn't like strong men eating bananas.
Hell yeah, Rob.
So you can find me exclusively on Rumble, where I live stream Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time every single day. And then a lot of the time we have a 6 p.m. show as well. And then the big thing that I want to announce, of course, is on the 22nd of April. We will be, or 22nd of December this month. We'll be doing a 24-hour stream. We finally crossed 50 subscribers over there, or 50 followers over there on Kick. And so that's one of the things that I'm trying to push a little bit, because I think it takes 80 followers now, because the rules keep changing on Kick because they've gotten so much big, they've gotten so big so fast. So I'm trying to get 80 followers on Kick to try to get monetized. It used to be 50, it's not anymore. But either way, we're gonna do a 24. My promise was to my chat that if we crossed 50 subscribers on Kick, we would do a 24-hour stream. So we're gonna do one of those. We haven't done one of those in about a year. We're gonna try to do one of those about once a month. So anybody that's a follower or a subscriber over on Rumble, or anybody that's a subscriber over on Twitter or anywhere else, you guys will be able to come in. It'll be a kind of a member stream. We're gonna do 24 hours. It's something like I said, I'm gonna try to do it once a month because I'm good at 24-hour streams, right? Like Rob and I, we both talked about this. We don't sleep. You know what I mean? I honestly think it has something to do with the shots that the military gave us, that a lot of us don't sleep anymore properly. I really do think that
I wouldn't be surprised.
Dude, I'm one of those guys that like my wife knows this, like everybody knows this. Anybody that's been around, anybody that's hung out with me for any length of time knows that I have to have something in order to go to sleep, whether it be cannabis or alcohol or whatever. So everybody knows that 24-hour streams are pretty easy for me. I did one last year, it was 23 and a half hours. So we're gonna do another one of these this month. I'm probably gonna try to keep going to these every month. So please come subscribe, please come follow on the Rumble and on the Kick, because we're gonna do a 24-hour stream, and I'll probably have lots of guests. We'll be playing video games. I mean, we're gonna be going for 24 hours. You guys can be able to come in and hang out. We're gonna start as soon as 32 Flavors of Nickweiser's show is over on Friday night. So whether it be 11:30, doesn't matter.
We're
We're
after
gonna talk
we do
about some
Christmas
great
comics.
Yes, we're going to do Christmas comics, and I cannot wait to do that. I'm super excited about Christmas comics. And then we're going to do that. And then like I said, I'm going to start off. I'm going to take a nap Friday afternoon, and we're just going to freaking go. As soon as Nick's shows is done, we're going to start our 24-hour live stream. We're going to go wild. It's going to be fun. We've got a lot of great guests that are going to come hang out. And we've had great guests. Last time we did a 24-hour stream, we've had Comics Division on. We've had Lofty. For all the people that love to roast Lofty, we'll probably have Lofty on. Tugs' web guy, which is if you guys know who Tug is, that umbrella guy, if you know who his website guy is, if you know who's Yellow Flash's website guy, that's gonna be our guy Ray Hollock. He's gonna be on. He helped us get through the last 24-hour stream. Like, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So please come subscribe to my Kick, come follow me on Kick, and come subscribe to me and come follow me on Rumble. That's gonna be a really good time. We're gonna have a fun time with that. So please come hang out with that. But other than that, man, I love my co-hosts. Having Nick on tonight was great. Like, you're
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's one of those things. Like I said, I love the fact that Nick has given me the opportunity to read all of the comics that I didn't get a chance to read as a kid. And holy shit, guys, if you want good superhero comic stories, if you want to remember why Spider-Man is good, if you want to remember why Batman is good, if you want to remember why Superman is good, if you want to remember why any of these characters are good, please come hang out with us on Comic Shop Talk on Friday nights. But yeah, other than that, the Comic Nerd Rumble, like I said, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. A lot of times, 6 p.m. Winding Down Wednesdays is always going to happen. Winding Down Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Sunker Maidens. We've got a lot of great co-hosts on that show. Sevi promises now that she's not sick anymore, she is going to be there next week. So trust me, guys, if you like pretty girls, you're going to love Sunker. You're going to love, you're going to love Sevi coming and hanging out. And they have
Sevi's
a great
cool
time.
shit.
Sevi's
she's
cool
great
as shit.
on here.
Yeah, she's great. We have a lot of fun. She's a great girl. So is Sunker. Everybody, all of my friends are.
She's
great.
a girl?
Yeah, I know, right? But no, we have a really good time. A lot of our friends come on, and we do a lot of the drinking stuff that we do here too. So please come hang out. But if nothing else, like I said, this is one of the things I always remind everybody. I am Adam's producer. One of the reasons why I am able to be Adam's producer is the fact that all of you follow, subscribe, and help monetarily support my Rumble channel. And you guys do that because I am able to be over here all the time. I'm able to be all on these streams all the time. So come, please support my Rumble, because you guys are the reason why I am able to be everywhere. I am able to be everywhere. So please come hang out and support the channel. And obviously, thank you, Nick, for being here. You're always a great friend, and
hell
all
yeah,
the rest
buddy.
of my all the rest of my brothers out here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Jesse. Thank you so much for everything, buddy. And with that being said, the man who goes last is always the best. I was trying to think of some fucking thing to rhyme or something. I got nothing. Nickweiser, you're awesome, dude. Thanks for being here, man.
Dude, no, thank you for having me. And I want to say, Jesse, thank you for working around my really hectic schedule to make this happen. And I'm willing to absolutely make more changes to around the crazy hectic schedule to come back as long as you guys are willing to have me. So thank you and Adam for having me. It's been fun. It's also nice to see some unfamiliar faces in the chat. So hello and have a great night to all of you. And I hope I see you guys soon, whether it's on here or even on my channel. I do have a channel. It's called 32 Flavors of Nickweiser. We do a show on Tuesday night called Toxic Tuesday. And it is the most toxic male, anti-PC, homoerotic show of greatness. And this coming future, you're a little festive. We're gonna talk. Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, you have no idea. We're gonna be talking Trading Places this Tuesday night. So tis the season. It's gonna be great. And then Comic Shop Talk Friday night. We'll be talking some Christmas-based comics, whether it's like a Simpsons comic or a Daredevil or Hellboy. We are have it all picked out. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I'll have my Alpha Core #1 review out Monday. I can't fucking wait. I did read it. I'm not gonna say yet until you watch the damn video. And I posted a few videos this week on my channel. You should go check that out as a nice holdover. And I'm really close to 1,800 on top of that. I think I'm like 9 subs away from 1,900. So seriously though, good to hang out with you, chat. And I hope to see you again soon, whether it's here on my channel. And once again, Adam, Common, thanks for having me. I hope we can do this again sooner than later. And good to meet Big Rob too. Good to meet Big Rob and Horny Alf. Good to see you again. So thank you seriously for having me. This is awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hell yeah, dude. Awesome. And you know what? I pulled one final shot for the night, and this shot is just for you, Nick. And because we haven't been, it's been very rare that we haven't been able to go through all the fucking videos. I get it. We're coming up on Christmas. Things are tight. So, one last shot to you there, Nick. And for that, we're going to finalize things here tonight by shooting Dermy in the motherfucking dick.
Freaking out.
Okay, go.
Cheers to you, Nick, and everyone else.
Nice. Thank you, Adam.
Love it.
Thank you.
Cheers to you, buddy.
I'm honored. I'm honored. Seriously, I'm honored. Thank you,
dude.
I'm sure you are to be able to shoot Dermy in the dick. And with that, I do love it. Appreciate the fuck out of you, Nick. Appreciate the fuck out of Jesse, Big Rob, Horny Alf. Everyone else has been here. Everyone in the chat. The super chats are fucking awesome. Everyone in Rumble. Thank you guys. You're killing it. Again, I keep on saying we're probably going to go to a new fucking program so I can highlight your chats. But thank you guys. We still got 20 people over there. We still got 18 over here. I love every single motherfucking one of you. Everyone out there, if you haven't already, double tap that like and subscribe. Share this video out there with everybody because you don't got to be a veteran to enjoy this content. Just don't get butthurt. You've been warned and hang around. You got the credits for all those fucking members at the end of this. You've been warned.
Oh, God! Ah!
Fuck! That's the wrong one. Bye, guys.